Boost able to get the 100 boost, but he's gonna get beat away. Cursed, free touch towards the side. 30 boosts to work with. There's another double commit. These players are feeling so panicky. You can tell this ball's in front. It's an unbelievably fluky goal for the blue team. Noxus chucking this one in front. Trash gonna clear it out, but it's right back to Noxus's car. Noxus, 50 boost to work with. A little bit of a tough spot here. Immediately dunked away by Bubbly Reaper. Nox is gonna look for the redirect here. It's in! The captain of Cursed Noxus. It's within one. In game number 7, everything on the line here. Cursed, kickoff goal. It's in! You've got to have better kickoff organization. The midfield, the only player with boost on the team is the last man here. Stu, who can't find it, but Bubbly Reaper able to keep it alive for now. Bubbly Reaper throwing to the side. Trash looking to get in position, but he can't find it.
Hello, what's good, and welcome to the Quantum Esports Series powered by the Space Force. It's your boy F. Dot, and I'm joined here by the one, the only. Are there more than you? What's good, Mizu? Been a while.
Mizu's a common name, but what's going on, F. Dot? It's good to be back, bro. I'm excited to work with you yet again. We got the Quantum Esports Series Split 2 finals today, and we got the quarterfinals getting underway super soon here. I'm super excited, F. Dot. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. It's been a minute. You've been here the whole time. Let's do a little refresher. So last time I was here, we were looking at the split finals for split 1, where we had 8 teams. You were doing the hard work of chilling all month long, watching 16 teams, Swiss get whittled down. Then we brought it to the finals. I showed up. I ate a bowl of ice cream, and then we left with 2 teams that are going to the grand finals next week. Now we're doing it again. So again, you did the hard work over the past month, hanging out with 16 teams, and today we've got 8. Right?
Yeah, exactly, bro.
So, like, going into the grand finals today, we're going to find 2 more teams to go ahead and push forward. So we'll have the 2 teams from last time around, April 24th, or April 26th, rather, and then 2 teams from this time around, which is, well, June today. And then we'll figure out who goes into the grand finals, which is next week. So, got to have the best of the best showing up. Also, just a note, we do Valorant too, so if you want to show up tomorrow, I'll be hanging out with somebody tomorrow, and we'll be working out Valorant. Same idea, long Swiss into a finals, long Swiss into a finals, but we're here for Rocket League. And our players, well, they're here for $4,000. So, again, shout out to our homies at the Space Force for powering our Quantum Esports Series, because this is 4K directly into the Tier 2 market, which, I mean, Mizu, as a player, talk to me a little bit about, like, how important that is.
Yeah, exactly. So, as a semi-professional Rocket League player, I think it's crazy that these guys get to compete for $10,000, which is absolutely insane because you see the $1 million prize pool in the RLCS all the time, but to be able to compete for $10,000 only for semi-professional Rocket League players, I think is a treat for a lot of these guys, which I was saying last time out, it's really cool to be able to see a lot of these players that I don't normally get to see compete for this amount of money. A lot of players who maybe don't necessarily get their chance in the limelight, get a chance to make a name for themselves, competing for a lot of money. You know, it's one thing to compete in front of a lot of people. It's another thing to compete in front of a lot of people for a lot of money with some good competition, because that's where the pressure is, and that's where your chance to make a name for yourself is, move up in the ladder per se, and potentially land yourself on a good team to make the RLCS. So
I mean, I'm the guy that, like, I've seen a couple of these games come up and down, and the Tier 2 scene it just needs love. You mentioned pressure there. As we take a look at Stomach leading the league overall. Reminder, top 2 are going to grand finals here, so you got to keep your eye on the prize. When it comes down to it, like, you talked about the word pressure. All the scrims in the world, all the practice in the world, all the Lethamyr maps in the world is not going to prepare you the way a real deal freaking tournament's gonna do, right? Like, there's no replacement for what's going on here. So, man, you mentioned some of these squads. We've got Stomach and TS. Stomach, of course, #1 seed overall. Shock the Plumbers, or Shock the World versus the Plumbers. Norms and Inspired White. And then, of course, I'm Feeling Romantical. They're going to go head-to-head with SDSU's Eggo Waffle Emporium and Beach Funhouse. Of course, that's the official name.
Excited for that matchup. I'll tell you what, I've been casting them the entire 4 weeks, man. And every time they're on the ball, you got to say their full name. SDSU, Eggo Waffle Emporium, and Beach Funhouse. I got that one down pat. Wasn't even looking at the screen. I'm excited, F. Dot. Today's going to be a good day. We got 4 best of 7s. We got the quarterfinals. Then we got both semifinals. And then we got the grand Finals
Boom.
today, F Dot. It's gonna be sick, man. I'm excited. Let's freaking go, dude.
No, bro, we're jumping to Norms versus Inspire White right now, and we'll talk about them for sure. I want your big helicopter view right now. We've got 8 teams, and if I'm just tuning into the finals, I haven't seen any of them. What are you feeling? Who's your favorites? What's the vibe like? Come on, hit me with the good stuff.
So the orange team has played here for quite a long time, but the blue team's called Norms, and Norms has Wavy on their team. So
what?
Yeah, exactly. So this is a good team. This is a good team here, F Dot, and I'm excited to see how they do. I'm gonna predict the Norms win here in the first best of 7 of today. I think Norms is gonna take this one, but I think it's gonna be close. We've seen.
Are they the favorite overall?
I don't know if they're necessarily the favorite. I know Chief Beef also plays on this roster, so it's super stacked, and he's not even playing today. Mystic hits the double touch, and you just go to see the depth of this Norms roster now. He's using the Golem profile picture from Clash Royale. You love to see that. Mystic picks it up. I actually played his teammate Silent in rank 2. His name was Ice Spirit. So I think these guys are a bit of Clash Royale fans. But 1-0 for Norms. Could be 1-1. It's a big kickoff. We're seeing end-to-end stuff. I mean, I said it. The orange team has a lot of chemistry. They've been here for a while. Norms did not play in the last split, and we'll wonder if that's going to make a difference because Wavy does not play with these guys in RLCS. As we know, he plays on Deleted Gaming, one of the best teams in North America. But this orange team does play with each other quite often, so will that make a difference in this series? That's the question. Best of 7, lots of time to figure it out. What do you think, F Dot?
I mean, it definitely makes sense when you look at Rocket League. I feel like it's one of the games that requires the most synergy. You gotta know your teammates more so in this game than virtually any other game I can think about because, I mean, you've got your set plays, Mizu, etc., but like so much of like asking for the pre-jump is just hoping that your teammate knows that you're going to shove the ball there. You just have to get it. So, I mean, you've got star power on this team from Norms. This is the quintessential Rocket League question, bro. Is it star power? Is it just the guy that scores? Or is it you and your bros understanding each other giga well? Like, that's the question people have been asking since Gibbs was in the net. Like, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, you're not wrong, F Dot. I think this is the battle of the concepts, and I think that's really cool to see 1-1, a minute and a half in this game. Does it come down to star power, or does it come down to chemistry? And Bala's gonna put it in the back of the net in favor of chemistry. Mystic's gonna get dunked on the back wall, and it's gonna go in. Unbelievable. Bala picks it up, and that's not a goal you'd want to concede if you're Norms. That one's a bit of a freebie there. And it's 2-1. A minute and a half in, F Dot. I think this is going to be exciting. I mean, I'm going for Norms. Are you going for orange here? You think chemistry is going to come out on top?
I mean, listen, it's funny to make the Mr. White memes. The Matt Christopher in me wants to write a good sports book, but like, how am I going to bet against Wavy, bro?
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to bet against that, bro. I don't know how you're going to bet against that. That is unbelievable. What is that, man? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I don't know. Like, I just don't know. I mean, that is the fun thing about this series to me. Again, shout out to Quantum and our homies over at the Space Force. Like, it's really cool watching the RLCS and seeing all these names. And then it's kind of fun watching, like, complete unknowns play Rocket League. But this is a mix of both, man. Like, I'm seeing brand new names that I don't know about that are, rank X or whatnot. And then we're also seeing, like, oh, I know that guy from Liquipedia. Got it. Like, and that winds up being a really cool mix of, like, talent and, more importantly, I mean, the games are good, dude. Like, these games have been fun to watch. And that's the biggest thing for me is, like, shout out to the tier 2 seed. But if you suck, I don't want to tune in. I don't know what to tell you. These teams are good at what they do, and watching kind of like new names and no names come together is fun.
Yeah, 100% F Dot. I'm excited to get this one underway. I mean, we're halftime in. It's 2-2 right now, so we'll see who comes out on top game 1. This is a best of 7, so lots of action to be had here. Could be 3-2. What a save from Debo. Wavy's got the double off the back wall. Debo again with the save. Wavy had the flip reset double touch, but it's denied off the back wall. And now it's going to be Wavy again. He's got the flip reset double another time. That's off the post. They cannot find the back of the net. Norms gets cleared out. and this one goes all the way. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, F-Dot. I don't know what to say right now.
Those are fantastic saves. 3 really tough saves in a row. But here's the problem. They didn't have a 4th. This is a team, Norms, like, you need those spectacular saves every time, and the double commit there coming out from White just... There's no room for error, dude. There's just no room for error. They get 3 perfect blocks, and then possession goes the other way. Oops, they scored. We took 1 second to breathe, and they found the back of the net.
Yeah, and that's a bit demoralizing because you do all of that to keep the ball out of the back of the net.
Yeah.
And then a little mistake like that immediately turns around, and they're already back on offense. And, I mean, that's the thing. This blue side is just so strong. This Norm side is so powerful. What do you even do to keep them out of the back of the net? Well, the answer is perfect chemistry. That comes back to what we were talking about. You can't double commit like that, or it's going to be in the back of the net. But if you play well enough as a unit, you can overtake them. That's what we're talking about, F-Dot. Is it going to come down to star power? Does it come down to chemistry? With 1 minute left in game number 1, it's looking like it comes down to star power.
Well, I mean, listen, it's game number 1. We got a potential 6 games in front of us. There's still 60 seconds on the clock, Mizu. You're getting ahead of yourself, Brody. We could absolutely see Inspire White come up. And guess what? Oh, guess what, buddy? Look who just scored. It's 3-3 tied up.
F-Dot, you talked to me about the caster curse, F-Dot. I think you got the caster's blessing. Because every time you say something's about to happen, it happens every time. I don't know how you do it. With 54 to go, we got a tie game in game number 1 here. Company's going to go for the long clear. Mystic to keep control. Passes toward the middle. It's a 1v1 Silent versus Baba. Baba with the early challenge gets a piece. Wavy has to go back. Mystic looking to play off Wavy's touch now. Baba's going to challenge high. Wavy fakes it low. He's got a little bit of control in the corner. Gets it by 2. It's going to be a shot off the post. Counter attack 3v1 against Silent. Baba's looking to take the play towards the back wall. Free shot again, but Wavy with the diving save. F-Dot, this is heating up.
Oh, if there was a perfect mid-trailer, but...
Oh! Oh!
If... Oh, Demo, that's the wrong way, dude.
How does
no,
that
you got to go
in?
the other way.
How does that go in? How?
Oh, well, you see?
How, Sway? How, Sway? What is that? No way, man.
Insane. Still, you know, not undoable. I think that's probably the biggest moment. Like, I think you might look at the second goal from earlier on, but that 4th goal really hurts. I think you look at that and go, oh, okay, we screwed up. Let's get a game 2.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, well, 5 seconds left, F-Dot. I think there's a chance they can come back, but I think my caster curse is
Gotta
gonna
shoot it!
No way!
Oh!
What a save from Mystic! I thought that was in. Mystic, no, it's free down. It's a free down. They keep it up. No way, Tebow. Tebow's got a free ball. He's got a free ball. That's to the corner. Bubba's got the 100. No, Bubba. You can't jump like that at the ball and expect it to stay up. He's got on the wrong side of it. Baba doesn't quite catch what he needs. We could have seen overtime in game number 1. And that's game number 1 of a best of 7 as we're going to go ahead and switch this stadium to DFH Stadium for game number 2. I'm excited, F-Top. This is going to be a banger series, my brother.
I'm amped, dude. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way here. I do want to establish that, I mean, you pretty much proved that you've got that caster's curse. Like, I thought we were going to OT here. And then what was that 4th goal? Why did that go in, dude?
I don't know, man. But we see Wavy's on the top of the leaderboard. Wavy can pick up MVP for game number 1. I don't think anyone's very surprised by that.
Yeah. Grass is green. Water is wet. Got it. Thumbs up.
Exactly,
cool.
man. Exactly. You understand. You understand.
Man, so last time around we had some big names. This time we've got Wavy. Any other big name players in the top 8?
Well, Chief Beef plays on this roster as well. I don't know why he's not playing, but Chief Beef does play on this team. There is Andy, Wavy's teammate. I don't know if they made it to the top 8, but he is in the tournament as well. He's got a solid roster.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have to hit production for the names of any big players at that point, because I didn't get to see every single team play. On top of that, there could be a wild card,
true,
right? I only got to see some of the matches, so there could be some teams in here that I just haven't seen yet, which I'd be excited to see.
Yeah. Damn, Andy. Has he been playing for a long time? Is that like Andy from the old what was that team that he played
Sonics.
Stromboli and stuff?
Oh yeah,
like,
that's him. Yeah, Stromboli, brother.
I casted him way back in the Rival Series days, dude.
That's him, man.
Me and Sax just sitting there looking like neophytes. Wow. Man, that's cool though. Like, very cool to see the longevity of the game coming through. Norm's one up now. So they won the first game, and they are the first ones on the board here in our first minute. So we'll see if they continue. I don't have any first puns to go with it. You know, there was something. I was really trying to cook something with First Killer, but I'm not going to push it. So, looking at our orange squad over here, Inspire White, like nothing really. I don't leave game one going, this was a big problem. This was a great situation. What's your pro player take? What did I miss? It seemed like we just had two good teams, and one of them happened to win. Like I didn't really get anything to grab onto.
Well, I mean, pardon me, transparently, I think it's going to be quite difficult to shut down Wavy. Yeah, I think the take of star power versus chemistry, as much as we want to play into the storyline, I think it is also super true that this orange team has to play incredibly structured if they plan on beating this team. I mean, you look at the players that are on Norms, and it's not the same on this orange team. They're good, don't get me wrong, but you don't have a Wavy on this team. So you have to play very, very organized. Every force right here, this has to be an immediate challenge where we're forcing it to the back wall. Comfy's in there, perfectly executed. Teammate was on the back wall, perfectly executed. That's got to happen every time without a single failure. And maybe, just maybe, you'll squeak out a game. It's going to be that difficult, but it's doable.
That's the thing. You said the word perfect, and I mean, we saw it in game number one where there were 3 straight nice shots on goal, and they were all stopped by Inspire White. And then, well, the 4th really nice shot on goal went in. Like, you just, Wavy and the team are going to really put up these fantastic stops or shots, and as Inspire White, you just have to play perfect. And it's hard to hold your breath for 5 straight minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not going to come every time. So if you want to be taller than Wavy, that's what's going to happen every time. Nice save there by Inspired White, but can you keep it up as we jump into the second half of game 2? I mean, it's a tall ask.
I'm excited to see what will happen. I mean, Norms are going to be ahead of Inspire White by 1 goal at halftime. A little bit past now. They have a little bit of work to do here because they did drop game number 1 in the series by 1 goal as well. Game number 2, if they go down by 1 goal, that's going to be very demoralizing. We'll see if they can pick up 1 here quickly. Silent's going to put it in front of the net, but a good save from Debo. A quick pop from Mystic over to Wavy. Wavy's got the double touch. He's going to look to make it 2, but it hits the post, and that's not a miss that Wavy normally sees in his games. I can't believe that. We're on the counterattack now, F-Dot, and that's a very rare miss from Wavy, I'll tell you what.
I mean, it happens, and these are the opportunities. Again, we're dressing up the idea Wavy's a superstar, and you've got to play perfectly to get around him. When he doesn't play like you expect him, you got to grab the bull by the horns and wrestle control of that moment. That's not happening here for Inspire White. We're still sitting on the orange half of the field. Not exactly their thought process, but Debo started to get it going and immediately gets demoed. Again, Wavy with the ball, right side, gets cute, but gets it taken away. Still blue ball.
1 minute to go here. Wavy's going to put this one on the back wall. Going to go for the flip reset double. Not going to find it, but Mystic to keep it in. Could be a free shot for the 3rd man, but Baba's going to clear it long. Mystic to keep this one on the midfield. Could be pressure here. Wavy's going to go for the challenge. He gets dusted, though. It's an empty net, and we talked about Wavy making mistakes. It's another massive mistake from him. A double commit in the midfield, and Wavy's got to play patient here. He can't challenge. He's dusted. He gets a little bit overzealous, immediately executing on the opportunity like you were talking about, grabbing the ball by the horns and taking control of the moment. That's exactly what they've done now, and with 44 seconds to go, it's a tie game.
With Wavy there, you know, you've also have the other conversation about this. When you are the star player on the field, how do you leverage that, right? You want to play your power, but you don't want your power to play you. What do I mean by that? Wavy is better than the other 5 players on the field, kind of full stop. Nice save. And you've got to play aggressively like that, but if you go too far, then you leave yourself open. You know what I mean? Like, you know you could dribble past this guy, so take that opportunity. But how tall are you? It's a tough game to play.
Mystic's going to pick it up, and that's what you're talking about. How far will your ego take you? And that's not really going to matter too much because Wavy is going to go for a demo.
Nice.
It's going to open up space. Mystic's going to pick it up, and he's allowing his teammates to cook a little bit. His teammates are going to help him out in that fashion. 7 seconds to go. They're up by 1. Wavy with a massive demo makes up for the previous goal. 3 seconds to go. Wavy's got control. I don't think they drop this here. It's going to go towards the back wall. It's going to be a triple. It's still up, F-Dot. I don't know how that one sees up. Oh, that one's got to go down, surely.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. If that one stayed up, F-Dot, I would have been surprised. But they'll pick it up. It's 2-1 and 2-0 in the series now for Norms.
Dude, sometimes as a caster, you just get gifted. This right here is a present to me. So, like, straight up and down, we was talking about how, like, all right, Wavy, he's good, and he just, like, made a mistake. The ego thing, I'm not going to sit here and paint ego as a bad thing. You have to know, you have to make a hero play sometimes when 100%. You're the hero on the team. But then sometimes you wind up looking silly like we saw with that Chow up in midfield. 5 seconds later, he goes, all right, you know what? I'll hit the demo, you take the shot. That's putting his ego in his back pocket. So he knows that he's got to rise to the occasion, but also not afraid to just be another player on his team, which this is a very caster conversation. You talk to the guys, it's all one squad. But, like, very, very cool to see Wavy, like, be the guy and then also just step off, let his team play. I think that's why they win game number 2 here. And Wavy fitting into the system, if they win, is why. Not because Wavy's the best, but because Wavy is playing well with everyone around him in addition to being the lead singer, so to speak. Yeah. I love the way this one worked out.
And that's like you talked about, star power versus chemistry. If Wavy is able to find chemistry on top of his star power, that's going to be the difference maker in the game, 100%. I agree with you completely, but 45 seconds in, and we see a lead for the first time in this series for Inspire White. They're going to pick up a goal here, and they're going to lead game number 3, which is really big for them because if they go down in game number 3, they're down 3-0 in the series, facing a reverse sweep, which I don't think against the players of Norms may even be a possibility.
Yeah, it's a different game when you're playing ahead, for what it's worth. It is very cool to play from ahead all of a sudden with 1 goal in the chamber. You could just play full defensive set. I don't know if that I'd recommend that, but you can change the way that you play with 1 goal above none. That is not a way to play ever. Nice job, Wavy.
Yeah, I mean, that. We say nice job, Wavy, but it's a nice pre-flip to get the angle. Silent, what a pass. Flip, reset, pass in the midfield. That is cracked. Yeah. Well played from Silent there to open up that space. Unpredictable angle, and he'll pick it up. That's well played.
Should that have been stopped, or was that a really nice shot?
That was a really good shot, but I don't think the shot should have been stopped. I think the pass should have been stopped. There was 2 players in the net there. Someone's got to challenge that and not let that pass get through, in my opinion. You can't let that ball reach in front of the net. Once that ball's in front of the net there and you have a world-class player like Wavy shooting the ball, it's kind of like blaming the goalkeeper for not saving a penalty kick in soccer. It's just messed up. You know, it's a bit messed up.
Yeah, I feel you. It's clogging those passing lanes is really what I find kind of separates the like good from the great. When I see these teams really level up, is not just looking for the what a save moments, but like the oh you screwed up my pass moments. Those are really where you start to like mess up the opponent's whole vibe and feel. And I mean, Rocket League is a game about like Rocket League's a game of vibe shifts.
I think you summarized it there. Rocket League really is a game about because you never know what's going to happen, and it's a very fun game. It's a very fun game. You never know what's going to happen, and it's also very exciting. I think that's the thing about Rocket League is you can just tell what's happening, and it's very like it's almost magical. It really is. Rocket League's a magical game.
He just drove. By the way, that's not a replay. That's another goal. But the one before this, he just drove around the other guy. And that seems real simple, but it's just not. And this one, he just shoves it into the net. And it seems real simple, but it's just not. And now that is Rocket League.
Yeah, that is Rocket League. F-Dot's on it today, and I like it, man. But we're going to see Inspire White go up by 2 with halftime to play. It's only going to be up by 1 now. And this is what I'm talking about. Look at the defense here from Inspire White. You have one forcing. It's a bit too early. No one can follow up. And then you have 2 in the net, 2 on defense there. That cannot happen. You have to have one in the midfield, challenging a little bit earlier. You cannot let that passing play get through and give them the free shooting opportunity at the top of your 18-yard box. That cannot happen, especially against players of this caliber. You are in the quarterfinals of the Quantum Esports Series, and we're letting players like Wavy get 3 shots in front of the box. That can't happen if you want to make the semifinals, F. Dot.
I mean, this is frustrated Rocket League. Obviously, the casters are frustrated, but what I'm seeing is the players be frustrated, right? Anytime you start to see like a clump up on the field, 1 double commit happens, 2, 3, 4. It's just players playing frustrated. Like, dude, we just gotta do the thing! And like, I can hear the player comms watching this game, dude.
100%. And I mean, pro tip, just score more goals than the other team. It's that simple,
dude.
Inspire White. That's all I'm saying.
Why didn't I? Wow, this is why you are the semi-pro. Like,
exactly.
You just have bursts of knowledge, like a gusher of information. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, what a save. But I mean, 3-3. Could it be 4-3? Devo, what a save.
Nope.
Tracks back. I thought he might get demo there, but it's another one. Bravo's going to play net. And I think the thing is here that I think the experience of Wavy is creating the difference right now. Oh my God, empty net. Can they get the angle? No way. Surely.
No
way. Oh my
way.
gosh, it sneaks in. Devo's going to pick it up 4-3. I was just talking about the experience of Wavy, but Wavy gets absolutely dunked. Like Shaquille O'Neal versus a 3-year-old child. It wasn't even close, man. It wasn't even close. He couldn't get a hand up. It's 4-3. But I think what we're seeing here in this series is a couple mistakes from both of these teams. But I think that the difference maker and why the blue team's having such an easy time scoring is because of the difference in experience of Wavy. Wavy knows that all 3 players on this team are just playing defense. So as you can see, every shooting opportunity that comes out for Norms is at the top of the 18-yard box. It's not right in front of the net because they know they can pull the defender out, and they're pulling passing plays at the top of the 18 because they know the defender's not going to challenge them. If you are Inspire White, you have got to stop playing the goal line. You have to. You have to start challenging them in the midfield. Stop letting them shoot for free. Close down those opportunities, and maybe they won't score 4 or 5 goals against your defense a game.
Playing scared. Scared money ain't make no money. It's really all what it is. Like I mentioned before, how you can get a goal, have a 1-goal lead, and just play defense. That doesn't work against this style team, and that's the coolest thing about Rocket League is it's all about the approach. Like, Wavy squad, they're not going to stop doing that, bro. They're just going to keep shooting. I call it popcorn offense. They're just going to keep going pop, 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 and you got to deal with it. Inspire White, you play it by offense.
Look at that, F-Dot. There's 3 players in the net again for Inspire White. Nobody's challenging the ball. It's gone off the back wall. Nobody's back post with momentum to get the clear. Wavy keeps his momentum. He keeps his spacing. He's going to pick it up, and Comfy's completely out of position. He's burned his whole tank. He can't get there. He's back flipping, and again, it's another free goal where no one's even going to contest this shot. How do you plan on playing defense? I don't know, but if they go down this game, they're down 3-0 in the series. It's going to be quite difficult to come back.
Meanwhile, if they wind up winning this game, they're 6 above 5 in an 11-goal game to bring them into, you know what I mean? What a momentum swing. This is such an important game. Folks, this is the best of 7, and this is game 3. I know math. But if blue team wins this game, they win the series. That's how you stop it.
That's a big goal. 5-5 with 22. Bava gets a great pass. Comfy's up, no hesitation, dusting Wavy. That is great speed and great confidence from him. And with 22 to go, we got a 5-5 game now. This kickoff's going to decide possession. Will we see overtime, or will we see some heroics right before? Devo's going to go up the right wall. A long clear off the ceiling. He might get a double here, but going to be easily saved away by Silent. This could be a free shot. A massive demo from Devo. But Bava's going to jump when he shouldn't have. That's going to be a long clear. Bava's back up, though. Bava's back up. It's a touch. Oh, Wavy's going to play patient. That's going to be 3 seconds to go. I think we're going to see overtime here, F-Dot. I think we will. We will see overtime in game number 3.
Little rough there. Devo taking out Mystic, I thought would open up the net, but just a fumble on the offensive side. And almost a second time. Orange looked like they might have had possession, but it's stolen by Wavy's squad. Now he's going to get met by Comfy in the midfield. One player playing back on defense, but Wavy takes that chow. And all of a sudden, we're stuck back in the middle.
20 seconds into overtime now. This one's going to get thrown up towards the right wall. Wavy goes for 2-piece of control, but it's a 50 to Silent instead. Silent's got space and time. Double Demo's going to open up a shooting opportunity. Flip reset is top right corner. And again, the shooting opportunity is completely free from Inspire White. Nobody's going to challenge. And that one's just going to go in. And you go, oh, well, we're getting bumped. We're getting bumped. Inspire White, there's nothing we can do because we're getting bumped. The reason you're getting demoed is because you're all on the goal line. You're all in this convoluted little space. Of course, the Norms team is going to come through there at Supersonic and just bump you clear. There's nothing they can do. And it's going to be 3-0 in the first series so far.
A little wild there too, because I mean the entire issue was the clump. The issue the entire game was how clumped up Inspire White was, and this time around I just didn't. Bro, where are you? Like, this is where you gotta be. Comfy shows up, bumps. He demos one guy, bumps a second, and tries to block the shot all by himself. Where's everybody else? Like, shout out Comfy, but just needed help on that one, unfortunately. And I said it during the game, so I got to stick to it, man. Like, I feel like after feeling that one, Inspire White's just like, all right, GG. Like, Norms has all the help in the world now with respect to, like, momentum, feeling, you know? Just like, oh, yeah. They're coming to this one feeling good, and I don't know that Inspire White is.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think it's going to be a Norm sweep at this rate. I don't think Wavy's going to drop this. He has too much experience to be able to adapt. I mean, you're up 3-0 in the best of 7. I think it's going to be quite difficult for Wavy to drop this at this point. I mean, he has 4 games to work with F-Dot where he can keep switching things up, and the experience that he has playing the RLCS is going to allow him to quite easily make adjustments in the team and tell exactly to his teammates how he should be playing to switch this one up.
One of the big things as well, you know, he's got the squads next to him, and that's what we talked a little bit about last time when we had, like, who do we have? I think we had Top Cheese out on the field, a couple of other nice players that have shown up. Mystic and Silent have done their work as well. Like, Wavy is putting a lot of balls in net, just making the scoring line go up, but Silent is absolutely making sure that the players on Inspire White aren't really able to get their wheels underneath them. And Mystic has been, it was Mystic that had some of these crazy passes too.
But that's all it's going to matter is for Norms that they're up 3-0 in the series. Wavy's going to go for a musty flick, but this time actually blocked away. They had a good challenge. They slowed it down. That's what I like to see. Maybe Inspire White's coach is watching the stream, F-Dot. Who knows? Because it looks like maybe, just maybe, they are starting to do an adjustment. We're 2 minutes into the game here, and they have not conceded a goal yet, which is a lot more impressive than what we've seen in the past. They've been conceding 4 or 5 goals a game. So 2 minutes into the game now, and they haven't conceded yet is a likely sign that maybe there's something going to be changed here. But is the change enough to take a game, let alone a series, on a reverse sweep against one of the best teams in this entire tournament? Not just the split finals too, but the entire tournament. We'll see.
Bro, fantastic job, Bava. Nicely done. Nicely done. I want to, like, I promise I was listening to you the entire time, but I was so focused on how well Norms was getting involved in the midfield on those challenges. It's exactly what you've been asking Inspire White to do this entire time. If you're curious as to what what Norms was doing that whole time was, like, all it was, dude. Like, very well done.
Half time now. They've taken the first goal of the game again. They took the first goal of the game last game. They did lose it, but it was a bit closer than the other previous games. Can they hold out is the question here. Bava's going to clear it long. It's a 1v1 Bava against Silent, but Silent has 0 boost. Bava's going to go for the sidewall double. He's not going to find the angle on target. Has to get 3 touches to get at midfield, but that gives Silent enough time to get boost now. Debo, a really good touch off the wall to keep control. He's off the ceiling now, looking to leave it for his teammate, but Comfy's not on the same page. He's going to get dusted. Wavy's got the flip from the ceiling, but Bava's able to make the clear.
Well done. Bava making sure to send it up instead of down, taking note of everybody's angles. But Wavy's got another chance. No defender here. Has help. Unfortunate. And this one's the wrong net.
That one is the wrong net. That's a good call, F-Dot. I mean, I don't know how this one's going to result in the goal here. A long shot's going to go in. Company's going to whiff it. Wavy can't get there. It's a double own goal. And, I mean, I don't think those players could have got back in time, but that was a bit of a Mickey Mouse clubhouse goal, I like to say, for some semi-professional Rocket League players.
Straight up and down, my bad for laughing. But, like, come on now. That was...
I mean, sometimes Rocket League's just a bit goofy. You got to have a bit of a laugh. I mean, you got to have fun with it at the end of the day. I don't know how that goal's going to be in the back of the net, but I agree. I think the laughter is pretty warranted there. I don't know how that's gone in.
If I'm Inspire White, like, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, things have been almost going my way, but not completely. That last one was a heartbreaker. You know what? I want one to go. Thank you. I'll take it.
Absolutely. I mean, now they're up by 2 with a minute left, and they got to hold on. This is where the structure of the defense is important, and that one's going to go in. We talk about it. F-Dot, I really do have the caster curse. We talk about the importance of structured defense. I don't know how that's going to be a goal. Misty's going to pick up a great bump after the flick, but the third man has got to be back there. You're up by 2 with a minute left. Why are we getting aggressive, F-Dot? That doesn't make sense.
Dude, I just like the 1v1s, you know? You slap some evanescence over that. You put, like, a yellow grain filter. That's a highlight reel, bro. Like, I'm here for it. Can't wake up. Wake me up inside. Like, that's the highlight reel.
We should stop singing, bro.
Nah, me, you, and Athena, we're going to start a band, bro. We're calling up Turtle. We got it, dude.
Oh, no.
I'm on the top where it ain't never fall.
Oh, no, man. How are they going to equalize? You had 1 minute, Inspire White. 1 minute to stop 2 goals, and you sold the bag in 15 seconds, man. How does that happen? Unbelievable. And now they're going to make it a third. Wavy, I don't know why you touched that. It's on-handed. I don't know what's happening here. I thought you take it, man, because I'm going to explode at this point, man.
I mean, honestly, I'm doing the same thing. Like, I paused to tell one fan cam joke, and we had a tie game. Very upset about that. Very upset about that. But if I tether us real quick, this is what veterancy looks like. When we talk about experience, when we talk about all that, like, oh, he's played more Rocket League. What does that mean? This is what it means to have more hours of Rocket League under you. Okay, you know what? Forget everything. Inspire White. These guys got the experience. What?
I don't know if you could call this experience more as luck. That's the second own goal in one game, and Inspire White has committed a robbery in game number 3. I don't know how they're going to walk out with a win here, but with 3 seconds to go, all they have to do is stop this flip reset from Silent, and it should be enough.
Keep it up.
No,
Keep
surely
it up.
Surely
Keep
not.
It up.
Surely
Put it in.
not.
Go!
Are you kidding me? Inspire White, man. Oh, my God. I can't. F-Dot, take it, please. I'm going to lose my mind.
This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Being able to play in these ridiculous situations, being able to get 2 back-to-back goals in 15 seconds or less, that's the difference of playing on the big stage versus having less experience. You know what I mean? Like, that's really what it is. It's great job by Wavy, Silent, and the squad to get here. Now you've got to bring it home, but this is game 4, dude. Like, even if this doesn't go Silent's way, we still have extra chances. So if I'm Norms, I'm feeling real comfortable. I'm telling my teammates to feel comfortable. Just breathe out. Drink your Yoo-hoo. Score a goal.
I don't know, man. If you're Inspire White, I'd be pretty mad right now. Their backs are against the wall here. If they lose this game, they're out of the tournament. F-Dot. They're out of the tournament. And this is the last chance. It's not like there's a split 3. This is the last split. No.
Wavy.
Wavy's gonna score. It's gonna be a sweep, but oh my God. Oh my God, how? I can't believe that. They were up so many times in the last minute, and they're gonna lose. I mean, GG's, man. Norm's expected victor of the series, but losing like that's gotta sting. That has got to sting, man.
Oh, man. I really wanted to do the Breaking Bad Mr. White more often, but we're just not going to see this team anymore, unfortunately. Fun to watch. I think they rose to the occasion. Definitely one of the examples of seeing the 4-0 doesn't tell the whole story. I think they contended really well in game 1. They obviously contended really well in game 3. Game 4 came through as well. The big thing that I want to like kind of focus on or like highlight here is that, you know, we see players like Wavy who have a ton of experience versus the other people around them. Wavy didn't run the game. Wavy ran the clutch moments. And again, I think that's the biggest difference when we talk about experience in, I mean, hell, not just Rocket League, but in any sport. Like, that's the difference in experience when I see these players is when it's clutch time, when it's overtime, when everything is coming down to this moment. That's where I trust my bubble player, my Wavy type guy. That's where he has his big moments. The Silent and the Mystic, you're here for a reason. You could play at the same level when it's 1-1 with 4 minutes left, but when it's really Kobe time, who do you give the ball to?
Yeah.
And Wavy scores the tying goal and the winning goal. Yeah, that tracks for me. So that's where the experience comes in, bro, is seeing how you act in those moments and bringing it home. Very cool to see.
Wavy was kind of like LeBron that series, I'm not going to lie. He was dropping numbers all series long. And it's like you said,
games.
Exactly. He was blocking, he was scoring, he was passing, and that's what you like to see. Wavy was the difference maker that series. I think that's easy to see. Norm's going to pick up a sweep 4-0 in the quarterfinals, and now we are going to get into the semifinals of the Quantum Esports Series Finals for $10,000. I'm excited to get this one underway. We will be watching both of the semifinals, F-Dot.
Oh, okay.
Are you excited, man?
I mean, I am now. I thought we were doing 1. Now we're getting 2.
No, we're watching
bonus
both of them.
Rocket League.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Should
yeah.
be a lot of fun. No, I mean, for real. Like I said, that means we get to see this team again. We get to see the Norms show up a second time, which is going to be really dope, and see if somebody can contend with them. We've got the other side of the bracket. And then don't forget, next week, we've got our grand finals. It's like months in the making. So both of the teams who win in semis are going to grands, and they're going to play for their share of like 10 Gs. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Finals, we'll still play finals for seeding, but the semifinals are the important ones. And guess what? They're coming up next. You're watching the Quantum Esports Series, powered by the U.S. Space Force. We'll be right back. Welcome back, friends, to the Quantum Esports Series powered by the U.S. Space Force. And, of course, we got some power. It's F-Dot and it's Mizu. We're chilling out here. One quarterfinal's done. The other three are done, too. We just didn't watch them. So it's semifinal time. This is the good stuff, man. This is where we make the money. So, I mean, first of all, first big thing, Mizu, unfortunately, one of our crowd favorites has fallen in the quarterfinals.
Yes, they have. SDSU, Eggo Waffle Emporium, and Beach Funhouse, I regret to inform all of the viewers, unfortunately, have not made it to the semifinals. So we will not be casting them today. A moment of silence for SDSU, Eggo Waffle Emporium, and Beach Funhouse. All right, that's enough of that. Moving on.
That's enough. Yeah, good. Got it. Stummy Ache shocked the world, and then I'm Feeling Romantical versus Norms. That's Wavy's team that we just got a chance to watch. So just a reminder, we had 4 weeks of Swiss leading up to this. We got rid of 8 teams, and we're getting rid of 6 more. So we are here in the semifinals. This is for a chance at the money. Y'all win, you go to the finals, and we'll watch the finals. They battle it out over seeding. But whoever wins here in each one of these semis guarantees a minimum of $1,500. Next week, we'll get a chance to see them play against the big boys. So these are the ones that they all matter, but these are the ones that really matter for most of the marbles. This is how you get it done. So Stummy Ache shocked the world. That's the one we're going to be watching unless, well, yeah, we're going in. All right. Hey, what's up? It's time. Semifinals. Here we are.
And these are 2 really good teams. Stummy Ache, we talk about. Remember last series, F-Dot? We had the difference in the 2 rosters of star power versus chemistry, right?
Yep.
This is that series again, but on steroids. Because Andy has the star power, but his 2 teammates are very high-level players. And then on the Shock the World roster, every single one of the players on Shock the World are better than the other 2 players on Stummy Ache, except for Andy. So we're going to see really high-level gameplay. Nightya, Molly, and I believe their third is Trent. Who are all really high-level players. These guys are rank A, rank X level players, whereas Andy's a rank S player, and his 2 teammates are B+. So this is going to be a really interesting series because both these teams are fantastic, but one is loaded with depth, and the other is loaded with star power in Andy. So we're going to see just how this one plays out.
There's also, as Imminent goes ahead, gets this one. Well, Imminent Creative. That's a long name. All right.
I think he's you know, how do I word this? You know, Scribbles from SSG has Scrib Kep Jr. and it's like a tribute to Alpha Kep. Yes, yeah. Of course. I think Imminent Creative is doing a tribute to Nene Creative, the Mexican streamer. I think that's what he's doing. But yeah.
Or this is a stretch. I usually shorten names to Icy to like initials, and he's just Icy with it. So he wants me to call him Icy. And there it is. That shot was Icy. That was a bad. You need to stop me. That was a bad bit. Just cut me off, dude.
You see, I thought that was pretty terrible, but I did just meet you, like, for the first time last time out, so I don't think I'm at the point where I can call you out just yet, but maybe by the time we get to the grand finals, I'll feel comfortable enough to do that.
We'll get there. We're building up our chemistry as well. That's a big part of it. I want to tap you here, though, for like, Andy perspective, because Andy has been a bubble player forever. He's one of the better players in this world, has had struggles to really reach that top end. So do you come in here into this type of tournament as giant fish, little pond, or do you come in here with something to prove, or do you, like, what's your feeling if you're Andy?
I don't know, man. I think Andy knows that he's better than everyone, and I think he's just playing it for the money. To be transparent with you, dude, I don't think he needs to make a name for himself. I think he wants to allow Bryant and Imminent to play at the top level, and I think Andy just wants to have a good time. On top of, you know, there's $10,000 on the line. Might as well play for some cash, right? I think that's what Andy's thinking. That's probably also what Wavy's thinking. Both of them play for the same team in the RLCS, Deleted Gaming, so we'll see how that does, but I wouldn't call these guys bubble players by any means. Both these guys are pro players, rank S, top to top. So these guys are very high level players in the RLCS. They're consistently probably around that top 8 level in the RLCS. They've done very well for themselves.
Okay, you know, that's on me. That's on me. I definitely discounted Andy a little bit there.
He's been a bubble player for very long, but he's popped off in the last couple of years. He's done well for himself. He actually made a major, so he's been doing well.
That's sick. That's sick, you know? That's sick. And that's even more like, you know, doubling down on why I think these tournament series are dope. Like, yeah, I'm paid, but I'm not paid to say this sort of thing. I just think it's really dope where we get a chance to see, damn, I didn't realize Andy was that strong. And he comes around playing with other players. Other players get a chance to play against him. That's dope. That's a big opportunity for not just his teammates, but the squads around him. And that goal is a big opportunity, tying us up 2-2, just under 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a good series. 2-2, 2 minutes to go. Trent's going to pick it up. And you know what? Even though Andy is on this stomach ache team, I'm going to predict Shock the World is going to win this series.
Really?
I am.
Do you think the wide approach is going to be better?
I think that the depth that Shock the World bring is going to be enough to take the win here. I really do. I think that Bryant and Imminent are going to be slightly outclassed, and it's going to cause Andy to be awkward to the point where he can't carry against the caliber of player of Trent and Nightya. Now, I'll regrettably give you a little bit more information.
Okay.
In terms of like on paper seeding and like who would predict a win, I'm a little bit above Trent as a player, but Trent's been cooking recently. We actually did play in the most recent RLCS for 3v3, and he did beat me. So he has been cooking recently. So I am actually going to go in the favor of Shock the World. I think they're going to win this series.
So is that the bar? If you can beat Mizu, you're a pro player.
No,
if you can't,
no, definitely not. But I think he's been playing well, and I think he's in form is what I'm trying to say. I think he's currently been playing some good Rocket League.
Well, that's like all jokes aside, that's definitely a good metric. Seeing how you do in the RLCS, probably a good metric on how good in general at Rocket League you are. So
yeah,
I'll take that. Good scout card on Trent. Nightya is a guy that I've like. Nightya is a name that I've heard a fair amount like around. What can we say about Nightya? Like I said, I've heard his name around, but I'm a little less familiar with him.
So Nightya is a player who's kind of come out recently as a quickly emerging bubble player. He's been grinding a lot of 1s and a lot of 2s and a lot of 6-man. So he has experience in all 3 game modes. He's currently, I believe, rank X in 6-man, but he might be rank A. He's an AX player. I would say he's low X, high rank A. He's right in that area, and he's consistently like top 200 in the world in 2s. He's a very high-level 2s player, plays a lot of ranked 1v1s, top 101s. He's just a grinder who's come up recently. Stomach's going to take game number 1, by the way. I know we're talking about the players on the field, but Stomach's going to take game number 1 despite my prediction, which I'm kind of surprised about, but I still think Shock the World's going to take it. But yeah, essentially Trent and Nightya are going to be high-level players. Molly's going to be right a little bit below them, but still about rank A in my opinion, whereas Bryant and Imminent are going to be B+, which is going to be right below both. Which is going to be below all the players on Shock the World, but Andy's going to be that one standout player who's above everyone else. So is chemistry going to come out on top, or is it going to be star power like we talked about last series? This one on steroids, of course.
So like the average rank of both of these teams is kind of the same. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
Yeah, they have the same amount of like, you know, juice. It's just a different concentration of it. So very cool to kind of see like that lineup, these lineups going head to head, because theoretically, like the numbers all balance out on paper, but that distribution winds up being giga important. And so nice save there by Imminent, just kind of clogged up here on this side of the map though.
All right, well, F-Dot, who do you think is going to win this series?
Oh man, I was trying to avoid that one, honestly. I was trying to avoid that one. I'm always like, I lean on the side of the wide, full, cohesive unit. I always think that the unit's better than the tall lead singer, short guy bass player, and where everybody is just kind of the same height. So I wanna say that Shock the World winds up taking it as well, leaning on what you were saying about Trent. Sure. I think this one is a tough one to call, though. So I lean on Shock the World, not for something specific, but just overall approach. I think it's just better when all three of your guys are the best option. But the thing is about sports is that, like, Andy being the guy on his team, we're going to have exciting moments where he's got to, you know, like Wavy did last series, where, all right, it's my turn to do the Kobe thing, and he just shows up and gets it done. So it'll be fun to watch, but I think that science tells us that Shock the World should win. The more well-rounded team should win, but that's why we watch.
That is why we watch, indeed. Trent's going to pick up a goal here, and a good goal at that is going to be bottom right corner slotted. Nice speed from him. Bryant can't get there, and it's really well played. I think Trent saw that Bryant was going in and out of the net there, which is why he shot it low intentionally. It's a very good, intelligent shot from Trent, but good speed as well to get behind that ball as quickly as possible. Good clear from Bryant, though. This could make Night awkward, but a really good touch over to Trent. Wow, Trent is fast today. That's what I'm talking about. Trent hasn't necessarily been the most insane player in the bubble scene, but he really is in form recently. I would say he's been playing a lot of the game, feeling himself, and it's showing. It's showing. His speed, his consistency, it's all there. It's all there, F-Dot.
Is he a role player, or is he like a, you know, superstar that hasn't gotten the juice yet? Like you bring up a lot of his fundamentals. Is he just excelling as a glue guy that makes the team work better around him? That's what it sounds like.
And that's the thing, I thought. I don't know, because he hasn't been playing to that level for a very long time. I don't know his play style. Normally he was a player that's like, okay, he's solid, but I can beat him, you know. He's okay. But recently he's been consistent, he's been cooking, and now I think we're getting to see a level of Trent that maybe we haven't seen in the past. And is that going to result in him having a different play style than before? Maybe that's the question.
Big question.
Big question.
Like, that is a big question. It's not quite as simple as paper or plastic. That is a large, large question. Andy with a forever floater that doesn't land. But
would have been a nice shot, though. Double off the ceiling, top corner, with the flip to get the dunk. Would have been a crazy angle, but Andy's going to have to play some defense here in a tough position. Naya's going to get the beat, but it's to no one. Trent's in a tough spot. He's able to get one touch, though, but that's going to be over to Andy again, who's going to half flip up the field. Bryant's going to go for the block, but he gets completely dusted. Trent's got the free shot now. Imminent gets blocked. No one there to follow it up. Naya's going to go to the right wall, going to get the double touch, leave it for Molly, but Molly decides not to go either. And now Shock the World's in a tough spot. Stumiak wants to get a goal here with a minute and a half to go. They do have a game to spare, but would rather not use it. And it's going to go up this right wall, looking for the air dribble dunk now, saved by Trent, but back to Bryant. Bryant towards the midfield. Andy wants to go, but gets dusted away. Imminent's got to go back for boost. There's space in the midfield for Trent, who's been cooking. He's going to go for the 50. It's back towards the middle for Trent again, but saved away.
fantastic performance here by Orange. Just Shock the World has done, I don't know if it's shocking. This is expected. Sorry, buddy. It's not that shocking. You guys are good at the game and it's working out. Just consistently clogging up the field. This is what I meant. How you can play differently with one in the bucket. Trent gets blocked there. Shock the World's been playing defensively, but it doesn't mean they're sitting in the net. They're just not... They're just making sure that their opponent doesn't get good looks. That's the entire game. Naya traveling downfield by himself, has a trailer, but Bryant gets in the way.
Naya's going to go for a force over to Molly. Molly goes to the sidewall double, but immediately blocked by Imminent. It's going to be a tough clear now. And he's lurking, waiting for that clear from Naya. Bryant's going to go for the beat here. He's going to get it, and now Trent's got it cleared on zero. Imminent's going to get one touch forward. Trent has to go again on zero boost, but gets dunked and demoed.
Long clear from Molly, looking to kill time with 5 seconds to go. Andy's going to throw it high. A beat from Bryant's going to get the ball over to Andy. Trent can't get the touch. 1 second left. He can't get there. The pass was there. The goal was imminent from imminent. But on 0 seconds, it's going to hit the ground, and it's going to be game.
Not allowed. Not allowed. Shock the World comes through and prevents that one from going the other. Just stop. This is where the game ends. One above none. Feeling good about it. Was that more representative of what you kind of expected?
Yeah, I would say it's just solid performance overall. You look at the shot differential, it's 7-3 for Shock the World, and that's about what you'd expect. Andy might pick up a couple blinding goals throughout the series, but I think Shock the World overall going to have more possession, more pressure, and it's going to be the difference maker.
Tight game, though. Again, reminder, winner, minimum 1,500. Gets a trip. I mean, a digital trip, but gets to go to the grand finals next week. So definitely a big deal. These teams are good, though. Impressed. Watching how clogged up the field was last time around was a really big deal to me. Like, we just didn't... I don't expect to see an 11-goal game this time around like we did in quarters at all.
Yeah, and I mean, 30 seconds of this game, we're already seeing Shock the World take an early lead in terms of possession and pressure like they did last game. They saw a massive differential in shots. I mean, in games like this, when they're tight, you normally don't see a double or triple differential in shots, but that's what we see from Shock the World last game. You wonder if Andy's going to make a difference here. If he's going to start getting the pressure, if he's going to start getting more aggressive, open up space for his team. It's what he's done so far. That's going to be 2 shots in the first minute for Stummy Ache so far. And a bit of a double commit from Shock the World there. It's going to burn a lot of boost, allowing Stummy Ache to potentially get a free shot, but no one's there. Andy had the look, but he's a bit too slow. A massive bump comes through, and that could have been a goal.
Now he's going to take it the other way. Stolen by Trent, who makes a pass to first defender, but Imminent shows up, stuck in the right-hand corner. Anybody in the mid, doesn't matter. There's orange ball one more time. Shock the World doing a good job of trying to wrestle control over here. Big picture, tied up at 1. Little picture, tied up at 0. Not yet making the first shot. A little bit of a double commit, but we don't got to comment on it. I mean, I just did. Either way, the save is good. No shot on goal there, so Andy taking it cross country.
2 minutes into the game, and it's still 0-0. These have been low-scoring affairs, F-Dot. These have been low-scoring affairs. Andy's going to get a force, and this is what we're talking about. Andy's going to open up space in the midfield for his team by challenging early. I like the adjustment that he's made. I think we're on the same page there. Andy's got to get more aggressive if they hope to win this game. Andy's getting aggressive indeed. That one's off the crossbar. Really well played to beat 2. Imminent can't find the angle, but Shock the World's in a tough spot now. Naia's going to go for the double touch, but not enough boost to follow it up. Free ball now for Stummy Ache. Great clear from Andy to find the space. Imminent's got to pre-jump this to keep pressure, and that's exactly what he'll do. Bryant's going to get 1 touch over to Trent. Trent's got a free ball now. 100 boost. Nobody challenging him. What will he do? It's not the touch you look for, though. Andy's going to dunk him. Back on offense. That is huge from Andy. We talk about that aggression, and that is going to open up so many shooting opportunities for his team. If they can find 1 shot on target, that could be the difference maker.
So important for Andy to be involved the way that he is, but you know, I'm going to give all the flowers in the world to Andy for stepping up. He's the lead singer, and he's going to do it. But I got to give all of the other flowers in the world to the enemy team for standing up. Like, Shock the World has not let Andy be successful as a result of this run. Still scoreless. 1:45 on the clock. Molly on defense tries to shove it on out. A couple of players in blue jerseys right here in mid. Trent's got a shot blocked by Imminent. And now it's Bryant. Transition offense. Doesn't have an angle himself. Has to pass it off to the mid-trailer. There won't be one. It's Molly going the other direction. Needs the same thing. Is there an orange trailer? Yes. Bryant meets. Molly passes to Trent, and it finds the back of the net. That's our first goal. 1:22 on the clock.
And Shock the World's going to pick up their first of the game. Could be the game winner here to go up 2-1 in the series. This is a really cool series, F-Dot. I can see this one going to 7 easily.
Honestly, that's the dream. That is really what we look for. Just good Rocket League, man. Like, just good Rocket League. And we're getting it here. Andy tries to get involved, but Trent just pops it up. I need a second look at this one. This one looked a little silly.
Bryant goes to the catch there and messes it up. It's going to go towards the midfield. Trent's going to find the angle. That's going to be a mistouch from Bryant, who tried to catch the ball, but Trent's done well to turn around quickly and shoot that one on target. A mistake from Bryant for sure, but Trent's done really well to react in time. That's not an easy shot to make.
Yeah, exactly. It just it feels bad. You're glad to see Bryant. Like, I know exactly what he's saying as he's running to the net to save his own mistouch. Just like, guys, just go next, please. Just forget this one. Oops. Like.
Yeah, and I think for my lower level skilled players as well, people always ask me, Mizu, what can I do to improve? I think in Rocket League, versatility and predictability are very important. And Trent's able to predict where that touch is going to go potentially and not be flipping through the midfield. Stays grounded, not flipping, which gives him the option to turn. He takes that option and he shoots it in the empty net very well there. A lot of lower level players would probably immediately flip for the 100 boost and not be in a position to get that angle. So well played to Trent. It might seem easy, but you have to be there to put that one in the back of the net.
I mean, that's why hours in this game is so important. Again, all games, etc., but you hear hours brought up in Rocket League so often. Two reasons. One, a lot of it is muscle memory and just being able to see a situation and know the action and know the correct reaction, like a fighting game player almost. And the other is actually being in those situations. It's not like real world football where your coach can just set up the 2-minute warning drill, where your coach can just toss you ground balls over and over again to experience that scenario. Trent has had to be in this position before and then grabs the opportunity like that. You know, that's why it's so important to have a gazillion hours in the game if you're going to play at a competitive level, just to have those experiences and be able to hit them when need be and win this game 2-0.
I couldn't agree more, F-Dot. I think I actually always say that you need a gazillion hours in this game to be good. I actually say that every day to myself in the mirror, so I think that's a good shot from you, F-Dot. We're going to get into game number 4 now. Shock the World up 2-1 in this series. I'm excited to see if we're going to get... I honestly want to see, even though I predicted Shock the World to win, I want to see Stummy take this 2-2. I do. I really do want to see Stubby make this a tied series at 2-2 going into game number 5. We'll see what happens, though. 2-1 in the series for Shock the World in game number 4 here. Andy could have got the angle of a century there, but blocked away by Molly.
Slower game this time around. Hence the slower comedy. You ever watch Counter-Strike?
Do I ever watch Counter-Strike?
Yeah.
I can't say I watched a lot of it, but I heard some guy went crazy the other day.
I mean, yeah, that's just it. I love their commentary for what it's worth, but they do this thing where like the round is 2 minutes long and they'll talk for like 20 seconds. Like they'll just be like, "All right, so stepping out, they've got rifles," and then nothing is said for like a minute, and then it's just like, "Well, I think they might want to take a shot here." Oh, and the double kill! And then so it's silent for another minute. Like,
is it like golf casting basically?
I mean, it's honestly a little bit like NFL football, where it's just like, all right, they're lined up, and you're waiting for the action, so you're just like waiting and watching, and it's kind of fun. It is, but that's what the beginning of this game felt like, where it's just like, all right, game 3, and we just watch them drive around for a little bit, like. Nobody's really making a play. Nobody's really making a pass. They're just like driving. And now, a minute into the game, we're tied at 1, and we've got some real action. Okay, here we are. Let's go simple.
Imminent to go for the touch here. Molly to clear long.
You can't win Pro League like this.
No way, no way, no way, no way. Oh,
no way.
I thought that was going to go in, bro. I was like, someone challenge him, please. Brian's got the reset now. Somebody go.
No, don't let
Help there
Andy
from
do it
mid.
to you. Don't let it. What a save, Naya. It's 2 though. What a save, Molly. Oh my gosh, the defense put in work there. I was like, how are we letting the shot come through? But 2 big saves on the line. Oh, that's gonna get through. Trent's got an awkward angle here. The second save was really nice. Yeah. Wow.
Nice help. Nice help. Can Andy do anything with it is the question, though.
Oh,
Got
early flag.
one
That's a
move.
bump. That's a bump. That's a bump. Oh! See, the bump is nice, but the catch here, the catch right here to open up space to immediately pop in and get that bump, that is elite. Do you see how quickly he did that, F-Dot? That is elite level ball control and spatial recognition from Andy to pick up the second goal for Stomach there.
You nailed one of my favorite words, spatial recognition, but then also situational awareness. Like, again, you find yourself in that scenario and you just, have you done it before? Can you do it again? Naya comes on through, ties us up. Yeah, all right, we got a banger.
And pull out the broom for Bryant because he got dusted as the last man there. Wasn't even close. Naya picks up the double touch off the ceiling, off the back wall. Could be called a triple touch. And Trent's going to go for the quick shot. Halftime here. We got a 2-2 game. This is a banger series. This is easily my favorite series of the day so far. This is crazy fun.
This is what we look for, you know? Like,
If you're a fan of Rocket League, a fan of the Quantum Esports Series, you're not necessarily a fan of either team, you're blessing your stars right now because this is an insanely good series. Now, if you're a fan of either of these rosters, you're a little bit upset because you want to see it sweep. You don't want to see it be this close.
you got no fingernails. Your hair is gray at the age of 17. You're like just dying here. But I mean, like, listen, this is the Castor Cabana, baby. Like, this is how I watch all my games, except for basketball. I'm still salty about the Pacers. Let's go Knicks. We'll get them next year. But every other game in the world, I just want to see good games. And, like, as corny as it is, man, it's the truth. And we're getting it right here. Andy out of nowhere.
Oh my God! Trent got the skim milk 2% of a lifetime, and Andy's pulled it out top corner, and now it's the other way. Now it's the other way. F-Dot, what is this, man? What is
It's the
this?
Bryant bump. Little Bryant just boing. That's how it is. Imminent there as well.
I would rather be watching this than RLCS. That's all I'm gonna say, man. This is insane, bro.
I'm all the way with you. I'm all the way with you. Don't tell my friends that are casting, but they can't hear this because they're literally casting, so it's all good. But 3 above 2 at the moment.
This is a crazy series, bro.
Yeah. Again, reminder: we're in game 3. We were tied 1 game apiece. Shocked the World took 1, and now Stomach find themselves up a game in game 4. We might be tied at 2 games apiece. I'm getting ahead of myself here. The shot is good, and so we're tied at 3 goals apiece this early on.
At this rate, we're going to see a 4-4 overtime. There's going to be a goal to make it 4-3 with 1 second left, and then it's going to be a 0-second goal, and then an overtime goal. I can't believe what we're seeing here. 3-3 with 1 minute and 13 on the clock. Unbelievable. This one's going to go right. Imminent's got a free ball now. Bryant's going to take him off. That means Imminent's going to be there for the 50. It's going to be a 50. And he's got space and time. It's going to be an awkward bounce, though. He reads it well. Off the ceiling. Going to be able to beat 1. Naya's going to throw it to the side. Imminent has an angle here, but he's not going to read it well. Allows it for a free clear with 56 seconds left. Bryant goes to the Cuxer pinch. Looks for one more, but burns his whole tank. Molly's got the beat. Imminent with the soft touch. Looks for the dunk on Naya. Naya to hit it around him. Free touch for Andy. This one towards the midfield again. Naya to pop this one up, looking for the 50. This one is so close. Molly to the corner. He's got 0 boost, though. This could be a shooting opportunity, F-Dot. Andy towards the middle. Imminent can't get there, though.
Nobody in the trailer. Everybody looking for boost. And so it's orange ball. Shock the World with Kobe on the clock. Looking to turn this one around, but it's going to be Andy instead. Man, possession. Going back and forth. Somebody claim possession, make a play, and put it down. We've got 10 seconds to go till OT, and it's going to be Bryant intercepting here on blue side. Orange technically has possession, but they do not have the ball. Andy by himself tries to bring it out. Naya tries to ground it, and it finally does. We'll go to OT.
And both of those teams are feeling the nerves, man. They were playing ping pong in that last 10 seconds there. Nobody controlling the ball. This could be a free shot, though.
Oh,
Nope.
Imminent gets blocked away. He gets to the corner, though. Could be one more look at the midfield. Off the ceiling. Fakes the pass, but Naya reads it. Overtime,
Very
hot immediately.
Very cool to see that fake read come out. Andy tries to trap the ball here. Pops it over one. Doesn't get the low power shot. Those are some of my favorites. Little chip shots, but secondary defender stops him in their tracks.
Nobody on Shock the World has boost, though. Molly's the only one with 100. He's got to make some play here. He grabs the 100 on accident as well, but he's able to beat two that could have really hurt the Shock the World roster if he didn't literally beat two players. A pass back to Naya, though, is going to open up space, and now Trent's got time and space to work with. Picks up a demo as well. Bryant has got to cook here in the kitchen, but the flames are starting to heat up. Molly's going to try to take a 50, but gets beat away by Imminent. Imminent doesn't have any boost to follow this one out, though. Trent's going to get a long clear. It's going to be right into the hands of Molly. Can Molly get it mid? He cannot. This game is crazy.
Insane moment. Ball stopped completely.
This could be a shot. This could be a shot.
It's
Oh.
going to be interrupted, though. Oh, man, I thought the same thing. Instead, it's on the other side. Naya gets met by Andy, but there is a secondary opportunity. Pass into the mid, and it's Imminent that gets involved, putting down Trent.
Oh, Bryant almost got bumped there from Naya, looking for the bump on the defender. That was a really good effort, but a big save from Bryant to avoid that. Now Trent has a free ball. That's going to be two. Can he get three off the dunk? He will get the dunk, but that's going to go towards the corner. Bryant's going to look to slow it down here.
If Imminent doesn't go up for that, it's a goal. It's an easy goal.
100%.
Very
100%.
important shout from Imminent there. And he's going to go ahead and shove it out of the corner. Likely grabbed by Naya, though.
And Andy called off Imminent, said, give me that 100 boost. I'm going to cook. And 2 minutes into overtime now, F. Dot.
All right, he's got the ingredients, but what are we eating? Andy goes up, met by a defender, balls the other direction. And Imminent's going to go ahead and try and grab it. Shoved out. No mid-trailer. And what could have been a very scary situation for Blue.
Good block again.
Ran awry by strong defense.
Yeah, Molly wants to get something cooking here. Nobody on the Stomach team has any boost. What? It's open! Unbelievable! Naya comes through again with another demo opportunity, recognizing the defense has no boost. They're awkward. Naya rotates through the defense yet again to pick up a bump, and 2.5 in overtime. Shock the World is going to pick up another game. They're 3-1 in this series when, if we're being transparent, this could easily be 3-1 for Stomach. It could easily be 2-2 in the series. I don't know how Shock the World's up 3-1. Not saying they don't deserve it, but this has really been a coin toss series.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, that last shot there, that wasn't a bump. That was a spear. That was a face tackle. That was a complete shove from right to left. Oh my goodness, to open up the map like that. What a play. That was like 2+ minutes of OT. So Shock the World wins this one, and that actually puts them up a couple now as a result. So this is not tied at 2. This is 3 above 1. Match point for Shock the World. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not convinced Stomach's out of this.
Yeah, I mean, Stomach could bring this back. I want to see a Game 7, and I think that the good thing here is that it's definitely possible. I really do want to see a Game 7 here.
All in, baby. Absolutely. Game 7 here would be welcome. I think it would be tough for both of these teams to just kind of keep trucking. That's really the thing.
It's a battle of attrition. It really is. These games have been close. They've been intense. I want to see if we can have a hero on either of these rosters step up and play a consistent level above everyone else. We'll see what happens, because this is a long series. To be able to play at that phenomenal level with $10,000 on the line, with nerves on the line, with your teammates' expectations on the line, with your fans' expectations on the line, with even your own expectations on the line. Can you step up and ascend to a level you have not played before during this semifinal? Only time will tell, and Shock the World's up 3-1 to boot. So we'll see what can happen here. Whoa, 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 wait, F-Dot, I think we got a sub. I think the blue team subbed in. Look.
Oh, they got Kiro.
Kiro.
Okay, all right.
Where did Imminent go?
Hero
I don't know.
subbing in. I mean, this is crazy. I don't think I've ever casted a series with a sub mid-series, but do you think that's gonna be enough?
I mean, well, this is a moment where casters get in trouble. I'm not in their comms. I don't know why Imminent's gone. Imminent might be gone because he was dog duty, or he might be gone because he's got to do homework, right? Like, you have no idea. Casters get themselves in trouble. Well, you know, I think he was doing this because passes on the right side of the field were awful. And then you see on a stream and Reddit later, oh, he just had to take his mom to the doctor, so he couldn't play the 4th game. Like, so I don't know why Imminent's out. Hero, though.
He's picking up a goal. I mean,
this is certainly a way. If anybody out there is saying, why do they put this guy in? That's his answer.
Hero's
right there.
top right. It's a top right shot, man. He's put it in top right when it matters. Kiro's coming in and he's going, you know what? I'm only a sub. Y'all aren't even giving me any of the money for the prize pool. I don't care. I'm playing without any nerves here. I'm putting it top right.
Yep. Just come in here, get it done. So I don't know why Imminent went out. He seemed to have been doing well. Some strong defensive sets coming out from Imminent Creative. But we've got Kiro on the field right now in game 4. 3 above 1, and Kiro has scored both of these goals for the team in the hole. All I'm saying, dog, maybe there's a chance.
It's top right again from Kiro the Hero. Unbelievable. He's picked up his second.
I need a Kiro!
I want to see an edit with a new challenger approaches, and it's just Kiro picking up 2 goals for his team. Oh my goodness, they are completely just lopsided the competition now with Kiro picking this one up 3-0 now. And we might see a 3-2 series. We might see a Neo Tokyo Game 6 with Kiro the Hero on the team.
I like how Andy was just like, whoa. Y'all remember I'm Andy, right? Like, Kiro, good job, but I'm still here, boy. So, nice job for Andy to step up, but where's Shock the World? You guys were in fuego this entire series. Now, we're seeing stuff like, okay, I thought that one was going in. I'm low-key glad it didn't. But
yeah, and my chat's talking about Kiro the Hero Aura sub. Like, everyone's loving the Kiro addition to this stummy ache roster.
Yeah.
And I'm loving it. Get behind him because this could be a comeback.
I mean, there's so, you know, the cliche, sports is so much mental, right? Well, when you've got your 6-man on the corner like J.R. Smith just like waiting to come in, all of a sudden he pops off. The whole team pops off as a result. All 3 members of Stummy Ache have now gotten a goal, 2 for the substitute Kiro, as well as each one of the other players getting involved as well. So halfway done with game number 4. We've got 4 above none. Team's trying to claw back in.
I mean, it's 4-0, bro. 4-0 at halftime, and this is the first game we've seen where a scoreline is more than a 1-goal deficit for either roster, and we're just at half. And I mean, that's the Kiro effect. That is the Kiro effect. This guy's cooking. Oh, cooks her! Saved by Bryant, though. Well played. Kiro has a free ball. What a pass to Andy. No way, you snipe him. No way! No! Oh my god! Oh my god! He cleared it to Andy and then stayed pre-jumping, and he scored! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
That guy.
Is this Justin on an alt account?
What?
Who is this guy? What the heck?
I mean, there is a high. Good job, Nightya. What? I'm still on the last goal. I'm sorry, Nightya. I'm not thinking about you at all. My bad. I'm just not thinking about you. My bad. Who is this guy? You're my deep knowledge roster guy. You've never heard of this dude?
I've never heard of him. What?
This is the fun thing about Rocket League. We have these players that are just vibing somewhere, and we're like, do you know you're rank S? And they're like, what's rank S mean? And you're like, what? Like,
dude, I've never heard of this guy ever, bro. This guy's cooking, though. Unbelievable. Surely this is a player, like, he's changed his name or something. This has to be someone I know.
It's gotta be, right?
now.
Like,
he has to. Like, look at the
You know
way
those
he's
YouTube
look
videos
at the
where they
way-
turn-
No. This guy's nuts. Look at the way he passed that.
Yeah.
Ryan, how did you miss that? But that was unbelievable. He was awkward. The ball was above his head. He's fading away. He still keeps control. He gets 3 touches and passes in midfield here. Look, I feel like I'm a bit of a Kiro Glazer at this point, but this guy's playing unbelievable. Shall I say he's playing better than Andy right now?
I mean, tall thing to say with a small sample size, but I think I got to agree. Andy hurt us. Barreling down the court. Trent's going to show up instead. So Nightya gets robbed a little bit of momentum. All eyes are on this Kiro player. He's been fantastic on offense. On defense, he hasn't really needed to step up. They're up by 5 goals, 4 after the last one from Nightya. So it's Kiro left side getting interrupted, and Brian's going to shove it down the field. Kiro's here, plays the angle well. Passes it off to a teammate. Nothing doing.
It's a pass. What a pass. Oh, Brian's almost slotted that. Who is Kiro? Somebody in the chat. Oh! No. Look at the
Who
way
are we
he opened
watching?
his car. Look at the way he opened his car. Look at the way.
Who are we
my
watching?
God! He's cooking. Who is this?
Do you think he has
I'm doing
directional
some
air roll?
reconnaissance. I'm doing some
Do you think he's got
reconnaissance.
directional air roll?
I don't know. I'm doing some reconnaissance. I'm looking this guy up.
Yeah,
I'm going to Andy's
I'm-
friends list.
I'm calling up the NCIS to figure out who this player is. We gotta figure this one out. Where's the... That was insane. I want to see if he keeps it up because, like, players, sometimes you peak, dude. Sometimes you're just peaking. But this guy stepped onto the field, scored 2 goals by himself in spectacular fashion, and is consistently making moves like this. If you're,
I can't find him. I'm looking everywhere, and he's just not popping up.
Is this part of the plan? Is this all right, if we fall down too far, we just bring in Gretzky? Like, is this the idea? Kiro's on the bench, and we're just chilling with our squad that's good, but then when the going gets tough, all right, fine, Kiro, you go and play. Like, was that the plan from the beginning? Like, what's happening?
My entire chat is saying, who is this kid? Like this is ridiculous, F. Dot. Who is this guy?
This is, it's like one of those YouTube videos where they make players try to guess the rank or guess the player with the nameplates off. Like,
Yeah.
Who is this? And you try to figure out based on play style. Rocket League's one of the games that you can do that. If this is a Smurf, like, somebody's going to be in the chat being like, I know who that is. Because of, like, the
100%.
way they're playing. But,
Yeah,
like,
this guy's nutty, man. I mean, we got Game 6 Neo Tokyo. You think we go to Game 7? I mean, with the way Kiro's been playing, I think we see... Nah, that's dirty. Kiro!
What?
No, who is that? Who is
he's
that? Who is
breakdancing
that?
on the ball!
Who is that? F. Dot, who is that?
Do they have a name for that fidget spinner move? Like, that's a
I'm
technique
asking
I don't have a
production.
name for. That's a technique I don't have a name for. It just looks cool. Oh, man.
Is this Sean B? That's my only guess. Is this is Sean B? But I think he played with Stomach before. No, Sean B played on SDSU Egg Waffle and Portland and Beach Funhouse. So who is this?
Pause. Wait, pause this. Check this play out. Nightya goes by himself, interrupted by Bryant, and then Molly just taps it on in. I know we're going nuts over Kiro, but that was a nice play, and I want to make sure we're looking at nice plays.
And Kiro comes in with no extra lives as well. Kiro comes in back against the wall. He can't make any mistakes because shock the world, they're up now 1-0. It doesn't matter how good you're playing. If you lose one game, it's over. And they're down 3-2 in the series. Game 6, they're down 1-0. And that could be momentum for Nightya and co to get their goals, get their momentum, and potentially win the series.
At the same time, Kobe Bryant had a higher shooting percentage in arenas that booed him. Some players feed off of the negativity. And that's not Kobe, but that's Bryant. And he's tying things up, captain of his team, tying things up to make sure it's still possible. Kiro might just be that guy that, listen, I'm really awful when I have all the time in the world. And then when I'm like, clutch or kick, I can get it done. Maybe that's Kiro. Maybe he can't play game 1 or game 2, but if you put him in a match point, he'll win you the game.
We'll see, man. I mean, this has been some crazy gameplay so far. There's back to 1-1, and he gets dusted, though. This could be an awkward ball for Bryant. He is able to get the beat, and we'll see if Kiro can cook. It's a good touch forward for now. And he's got a free ball, good pop. That could be in Kiro's hands. It will be in Kiro's hands. What will he do to cook? He can't get it by the second, though. That was a good first touch forward, but Trent's able to pre-jump and get the block for now. 1-1 in Neo Tokyo. 3 minutes to go. Game number 6. It has to be a win for Stomach to force the game 7 here. Andy.
Yeah.
Gonna take control off the ceiling. He still has his flip. He still has his flip. The 50. It's off the crossbar, but saved by Trent last second there. Bryant's looking to get it midfield towards Kiro. It's a good 50. Kiro 1v1. What will he do? It's an early backflip flick. And he's going to be in position to follow it up, though. Good touch forward. Potentially, could Kiro be getting nervous now? We've seen 2 plays where maybe he would have cooked the last couple minutes, but he hasn't been cooking the same way that he was before.
Yeah, definitely came out of the kitchen really hot, but the plates cooled down a little bit. And in fact, the last missed opportunity might have been, you know, Kiro's bad. Like, really it could have been played better is what I'm going for. So, maybe a little cool down. Maybe he just came out hot. On the money, but met by a number of defenders. Not really mad at it. You got to take those shots. How do we find that next step? 2 minutes on the clock here, Mizu. Kiro has the ball one more time. Nobody's in net. Has a helper, but he does it all himself. Who, defender, who? Kiro, in the face of Bryant, makes it happen.
And it's a good pre-flip to stay behind the ball, but the air roll to make sure his car is constantly facing the ball there for potentially where the clear could come through. He's not going to let that one out for free. Kiro to pick up the second goal for this team, and we could see a game number 7 here if the scoreline stayed the same with 1 minute and 50 seconds to go.
Like, all memes aside, I came in making the TikTok joke about, like, you know, remember to use directional air roll. That's why. That's the reason why. That's what the pros do that you don't without their directional arrow. You're able to just keep your car facing the right direction. Kiro is honestly putting on a little bit of a clinic, showing us how to do the things. He's gonna have to make a big save
here, though. Ooh.
Nah, he doesn't. Got teammates for that.
Ryan's got the big save there, and that should have been an earlier shot, to be honest, punishing Kiro for being on 0 boost, but Bryant's able to get there in time. Should he have been there in time? I don't know. Andy almost picks up a goal.
Nice Trent.
1 minute, 15 seconds to go. Trent with the long clear, and he's going to be there, though, in time. I thought that one might sneak in, but Bryant's going to pass this one over to Kiro. Kiro back to Bryant. Bryant to the corner, but saved away. 4-man passing play. You love to see that in game number 6 here. 1 minute left to go. It's a skimmer touch. Bryant's got a touch forward, leaving the boost for his teammate very intelligently. Picking up the flip reset. Going to fake the reset and take it low, but saved away again. Andy, 50 seconds to go now. Flip reset. Looks to use it over 1. Kiro has the angle, but saved away again.
Ooh, nice catch.
Oh, that could be in. What a save from Andy. Kiro immediately on that. Wow. Kiro's going to clear it long. Well played from him. And he's going to take this one to the ceiling. F-top. This is crazy. 30 seconds left. I genuinely don't know who's going to win this.
Kiro shoves it in mid, but there's no trailer. So instead, it just goes directly to orange. They've got a little bit of possession here. Not a lot of time. Need to tie this up. Lowercase need. They do have an extra game. Blue team need to win this one. That's an uppercase need. As Kiro goes towards the net, doesn't make it happen. Other side of the field. Naya finds a demo. Blue team still has possession. Drop down for Andy. He doesn't grab it. Andy doesn't grab it.
It's up. No way. Surely not, right? Surely we see game 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo.
Game 7. This is a comeback of century, man. Kiro, the hero, has been cooking, and we see a Game 7 champions field to decide who's going to make the finals of split number 2. Oh my gosh, F-Dot, I need a breather, man. This is insanity.
I mean, this is legitimately, you know, why we do it. Game 7, champions field. Like, this is really what you're looking for here. I think they've earned it. They being both of the teams, frankly. We saw fantastic lights out performance from Shock the World first and foremost. Later on, Stomach came back. This Kiro substitution has been lights out. And now game 7. This is for the money. Loser goes home. Winner plays next week for their shot at some big bucks, minimum $1,500 on the line. So, I mean, this is put up or shut up.
Game number 7, F. It comes down to this. We talk about Kiro the hero bringing it back to put him into 7, but this is where it matters. If you can't close it out in 7, all of the effort you put in to get to this point doesn't matter. Shock the world going up. Will they throw the series away or will they close it out? The storyline, all that matters is game number 7 here. One game to separate these two teams. One game to separate who goes into the grand finals of the Quantum Esports Series for $10,000. We're going to see how this one plays out.
Earned it. That's what the winner's going to be able to say from their final position. Ain't get lucky. Didn't have a good day. Wasn't an internet that they earned it. This has been a what the Andy
Kiro has
with
a
a
double
crazy angle, barely getting denied.
Wait, Andy has 0 boost. He's the only one back. This could be bad, though. Trent's going to hit it towards the midfield. Andy barely gets the 100. He's going to have to throw that ball away, which allows Molly to pass it to Nightya. Nightya's going to stay this one towards the midfield. Andy has a free ball now, but it's going to be a double commit, I should say. Bryant's going to go for the angle. He gets beat as well. That means only one player's back. Kiro's going to have to force to Andy on low boost, but a great clear from Kiro that's going to allow them to get some boost for now.
Kiro's been in the sky for an hour, man.
Yeah, he did really well there to pass his teammate down. That was really well played. Bryant's going to rotate back quickly. Andy to keep this one in. Could be a free shot for Kiro, who's going to 50 for Bryant, who's going to get beat now. Counter-attack opportunity for Shock the World. 3 minutes to go.
Kiro, midfield now. Eesh. Passes to the other team, but Bryant's here to take off the rebound. Kiro with an opportunity. I like the way they set that up. Better on defense, but a strong offensive set there from the blue team. Look cute. Can't complain.
Oh, what a save. Halftime now. Kiro's going to try to get the angle, but they called each other off. They both left it. That's going to be free possession for Molly, who tries to get the bump on Kiro, but saved away. Bryant's going to get the long clear now. Nightya off the left wall. Over to Trent. Trent towards the corner. Can't find the double. Molly, space in time, going to throw it high. Probably not the play because Andy was lurking, but he's able to get the demo to open up space. Potentially 2 demos for Molly. Molly's going to find 2. Andy can't 1v3. It's a bad touch. Bryant's going to have to clear it out for long, but Trent's in position. Trent's going to go for 2. It's on target. Double commit again, and it's panic for the Stomach side. No one on this blue team has any boost to work with. Not yet to keep it in. Molly's immediately up to keep that pressure. 50
Nice
in the
challenge.
corner. Yeah, it was a really good play. This orange team has been on offense the entire time. If you're Stomach, you've got to get some boost. You've got to control the ball, and you've got to get out of your own half. Game 7, minute and a half to go. It's a long clear, but again, it's right into their hands. You've got to control the ball. You can't keep throwing it away, or this game 7 is going to go in the favor of Shock the World.
Still, hands of Nightya shoved out towards Bryant, and guess what? Hands of Motley shoved out towards the net. A triple commit coming out from the Stomach guys. You mentioned the word panic.
Ooh.
That is what we see on prime display. Andy trying desperately to wrestle it. Gets it out. Finally on the orange side of the field. And here's Andy, midfield. Passes it to nobody. And we're back with orange ball.
1 minute to go in game number 7 here. Andy's going to play the back wall, and he's been doing such a good job of just sitting on that back wall, controlling the ball for his team and slowing it down. Kiro and Bryant got to do a little bit more to slow down the onslaught of Shock the World's offense here. Bryant's going to throw it left over to Kiro. Kiro's got a free touch for it. He's going to 50 it to the corner, but that's a free ball for Trent, who's going to clear it long. Andy's in position. Can't find the second touch here. Nightya looks to control, and time he does have as he takes it forward. He's able to beat 1 here. Dunk on 2. It's going to leave Andy alone. Andy's in a tough spot now. Able to make 1 touch. He's got the reset to stay behind, and what a clear from Andy with 30 seconds left.
Tough stuff. Molly shoves it on out, and Andy's there to catch. Still, orange ball. Trent thought about taking a shot, but it was messed up by everybody else. Kiru, left side. 2 defenders on this side of the field. And so possession swap one more time. Kiru stops the slowdown. Counting down single digits now. Andy on defense shoves it up. Kiru's able to catch.
Oh my God,
There's a
Kiro!
1 touch.
Kiro!
The double touch is not good. Ground is found. Overtime. Here we come.
That could have been it, F. Dot. Hero could have been the hero with the double touch on Zero, but Andy's got the ball now. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. It's in. Andy finds it. It's going to be the win in Game 7 overtime. Stommy Ache takes the series, and Molly instantly leaving the game. They're going to lose in the semifinals, and if you're familiar with Nightya, he also lost in the semifinals in split number 1 as well. 2 lives to make it to the grands, but he doesn't get there either time. The ice wasn't quite there. Unbelievable. Stommy Ache's going to take the win. F. Dot, I'm out of words for that one. That was ridiculous. Kiro the hero, man.
Dude, Kiro the hero for sure. I mean, out of nowhere, dude. Imminent wasn't even playing poorly. So again, we're not in their comms. We don't know why the swap was made. But whatever it was, Kiru was fantastic. A big part of, like, we could argue who did the work in Game 7, even in Game 6. But Game 6 was the one where Kiru, like, brought them here.
Yeah.
Somebody's buying Kiru a steak tonight. That's all I'm saying. Like, you need to get on that DoorDash right now. Like, get on that and just make that call. Be like, all right, Ruth Chris, yeah, you're going to Kiro's house tonight. Like,
yeah, he cooked, man. He came in when they needed him most. They were down 3-1 in the series. Kiro comes in for Imminent, makes it game number 6, 3-2, then makes it game number 7, 3-3, and then Andy with the overtime winner, 1-0, is going to pick up the overtime win, the series win. Unbelievable stuff from Kiro. Unbelievable stuff from Stommy Ache. They're going to be in the finals.
Heck yeah. Well, finals a little bit later. Right now, like literally right now, we've got the other semis. No break. Get out of here. Start the game. We already did, kid. We're in game number 4. Norm's up 2-1. And in this game, Norms have a lead of 3-1. I'm feeling romantical. This is a team that we didn't get a chance to see. Norms, this is Wavy's squad.
Yep, we did watch them in the quarterfinals, watching them yet again. Their semifinals was underway a little bit earlier than expected because we had to get a move on their semifinals. Wavy obviously being a very high-level player. I think that Norm's going to take this one as well, but I think I'm feeling romantical. I mean, they've taken the game already. I'm sure that they can take multiple. Dragon, Stallion, and their third. Can't see him right now. I'm not sure. A lot of these players have 4-man rosters. I'm trying to see who's actually playing for this team. Sean, there it is. Sean DeSuda is not going to shoot that one, but 4-1. Sean's name is Sean, but throughout the entire last 3 months, Sean's name has been Sean DeSuda 77. So
I love that.
he doesn't miss a shot. That's the running joke. He never misses a shot. But 4-1 for Norms. Could see a 3-1 series advantage for Wavy's team here. Let's see what happens. What do you think, F. Dot? What do you think? You think Norms runs away with it again? I mean, semifinals are up. They're basically up 3-1. I think it's a pretty confident choice. But
Yeah,
I think there is a chance.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a chance. That's why we play the games. But I'm not going to be one of these casters that are like, for argument's sake, I'm going to. No, Wavy's team is up 4-1 in this game. They're up 3-1. Yeah, I think they're going to win, dude. I think it'd be a tall task for Romantical to kind of come through and get this dub. Not an impossible one, but again, just the overwhelming lead that we see. Norms are up 2-1. They've got a giant lead in this one. There's 24 seconds on a clock to make 3 goals happen. Yeah, this one's in the books, I think.
And F. Dot, you've actually casted on Feeling Romantical before. They went by a different name, but if you remember last time you casted me in the quarterfinals, you remember watching Noxus. Well,
yeah.
Stallion replaced Noxus on this roster, but it is the same team.
Yeah.
So we will see how these guys will fare. We've seen them before, but I think it's pretty difficult to beat this Norms roster. They did not compete last split, and I think if they did, they probably would have been in the grand finals. So now that we're here in the second split, they're looking to make a name for themselves. Up 3-1 in the semifinals so far. If they win one more game, F. Dot, it will be in the finals of split number 2.
Rick, the Rick roll goal explosion gets me every time, dude. I'm just out here jamming. But 3 games to 1. Tough one here for Sean and the boys to kind of answer back to. Realistically, these semifinals are tough here. Wavy Mystic is also one of the players that, like, we're all going to be looking at Wavy, absolutely, but Mystic has been putting up work. Earlier today in the series, we saw him do really, really well. On the defensive end specifically, if memory serves, I feel like I remember seeing Mystic really clog up these lanes a lot. And I like that style of play. That's like, everybody looks at like physical play as like down and dirt. I feel like if you're just trying to get in the middle of the field and take those challenges, that's really where I look at it as like really aggressive, like blue collar gameplay, if you will. So Mystic
getting
seems
his
to get
hands
involved
dirty.
that way.
Getting his hands dirty, exactly. I like that. I like that, Ethel. That's actually how I like to play Rocket League as well. Is just be in that midfield, constantly cutting, creating opportunities for your team, and just being a disruptor for the other team, not letting them have much of an opportunity to play the game, cutting those midfield passing lanes. I really like playing that way as well, so I can really relate to that statement. I enjoy that style of play. So we'll see if they can do that, because I mean that's going to need to be done against the Norms team for I'm Feeling Romantical. They got to shut down these passing plays and shooting opportunities from Wavy, Mystic, and Silent. I mean, we saw that last series out in the quarterfinals. They did not do that, the last team, and they took a pretty commanding 4-0 win, and Norms did. So, I mean, if you're not blocking the shooting opportunities, it's going to be quite difficult to beat them considering how good this team is.
Scoreless after a minute and a half, and that'll change that.
Yeah, scoreless. Are you sure? I don't know if I'm sure it's scoreless, man. Dragon's going to pass it to Stallion. He accidentally double jumps rather than flipping. And Mystic's going to pick up the empty net. And if Norms win this game, we're going to see a 4-1 victory for them in this semifinals. So I don't know, man. I don't think it's possible for I'm Feeling Romantical to come back personally, but I'm hoping I cast or curse them because I want to see
that can't be the difference maker.
No way.
I need to see at least 2 more goals. Not that one either, dude. Come on now.
I mean, you gotta have someone back. You've gotta have someone back, man. How are you gonna have 2 empty nets, man?
I was just about to say, as long as Blue puts up 1 goal and then forces the enemy team to like score a real one, I'm not that mad. But Norms get another freebie. Come on, man. That's not that pretty of a goal. I want some good stuff. Ugh. Nobody in net. Okay, no. We got 1 on defense. And the trailer made it all the way back. Okay. Real defense this time around.
Yeah,
we'll forward here.
We'll see, man. I mean, I don't think it's possible. I'm gonna make the shot call. I think I'm Feeling Romantical walk out of this one, feeling like they could have done more, but it's just not possible. When Wavy's online, and I mean, he's playing the game right now. I'll tell you what, he's not AFK. So it's going to be a bit difficult for I'm Feeling Romantical to walk out of this one with a win. Mystic, that could have been an amazing shot, but going to be barely wide and saved away.
Blue team with possession. Can't get there in time. Wavy shows up again. Not AFK. Actively here. Pushing it down left side of the field. Opens himself up. Too tight on the angle. An imminent, rather normal Silent. I just saw the long name. And it's going to be a secondary shot to 9. Wow, I didn't expect that save there on the second one. So nice look there. And an easy save. That one I did expect. And an EV save there. Stallion, denied one more time. Ball in midfield. Wavy tries to help out his teammates, passing it around the defender. 1 player in net. Normal takes it a little bit. But Mystic not there in time. No shot on goal. Rough.
Yeah, rough indeed. Wavy's going to make it clear. 1.5 minutes to go. They need 2 goals against arguably the best team in the tournament. I don't know if this is going to happen. I'm going to be transparent with you. I am so glad I cursed it. Sean D'Souza, never count him out. What a goal from Sean D'Souza. This is not an easy shot to make. Got to jump over 2 there with the smoke screen. We're playing CSGO after that demo. Can't even see the ball. He still puts it in. He's got a GPS in his car.
The ball is the end destination, and he puts it in.
Stallion here trying to keep the momentum going. Just over a minute of play remaining. And it's going to be blue team trying to wrestle control of the ball. The Romantics hoping for a game of their namesake. It would be very romantic if we see this upset happen. I will call it an upset. No disrespect intended. Stallion gets the ball snatched away. Mystic left side. If he has help, this is a good look. But there's no help. Everybody too far away to make this one happen. Normal gets there. 3 beats too late. And it's blue team ball one more time.
And if you're just joining us, this is the finals of Split 2. This is like the final playoff bracket. This is the semifinals of that. And there's 30 seconds to go. The orange team is winning 3-1 in the series. And they need a goal to tie it, not to go home. And Stallion does just that. They were down 2-0 in the game. Stallion picks up a huge goal. Mystic's not going to be back. And we have a tie game with 30 seconds to go. Ladies and gentlemen, if I'm feeling romantic to lose this game, they are out of the tournament. 0 lives for them left. There's no more tournaments after this. You got to win this series to secure your spot in the grand finals for $10,000. And they're down 3-1 in the series. A massive equalizer. But with 15 to go, it's a massive bump. That could be it, F-Dot. Norm's up 3-2 with 13. Is that going to be the series?
It's so funny. It's a massive bump, but look how small this bump is. Like, it's not a huge, not a lot of energy, not a lot of power, not a giant push, but the impact. That's the game. You got bad luck 13 on the clock, and you need to make a miracle happen. Dragon makes it past the midfield, but can't make anything else happen. Stallion snatches it down. Also, can't make anything else happen. Dragon shoves it forward. Answered by the defense.
Ooh.
Dragon keeps it. Can't. That's it. That's it.
That's
Norm, you're going to finals.
Norms are in the grand finals and the split finals as well, where they will be playing Nightya's roster. We just watched them play, and now it's time for the finals, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe it. It's going to be Norms versus, God, what was their team name again? Nightya's team. I can't remember. You remember their team name?
Shock the World?
Shock the World. Thank you. Shock the World.
Oh, no, it's
Wait,
Stomach.
Now you lost. I'm so
you
silly
tricked
for
me.
that.
You tricked me. That's not on me.
Yeah, that was a trick question. Actually. I meant to do that. Yeah, that was a trick question. No, Stomach, that's what
See,
it was.
now you're
Andy's team
now
won.
you're a real caster. The second
the hero. I remember Kiro. Kiro the hero pulled it back with Andy and co, and they'll be playing in the finals against the team that we just watched, Norms. Hey, and you know what? There's a little bit of a storyline here, F-Dot, because we talked about the star power, right? And we're talking about pro players. You can have one on each team. You have Wavy on Norms, and you have Andy on Stomach. The crazy thing is, they're RLCS teammates, F-Dot. And they'll be competing against each other in the finals here.
Hold up, because I got that's the T, man. Straight up and down. That's the fun stuff, because Rocket League is like not every scene is like Rocket League. All of these smaller tournaments, high-end teams show up. It's about bragging rights. You always hear these commentators say, not every scene cares. Rocket League does. These guys are going to be chirping at each other. We're going to hear about it on the timeline. We're going to see it in game. Give us a sec. We got to set this one up. But you heard it. It's going to be Andy, Wavy, teammates heading off right here. We'll be right after this. Hello, what's good, and welcome. It's the Quantum Esports Series, powered by the U.S. Space Force. We're here. We're powerful. It's F-Dot and it's Mizu. And we're here in our finals. Mizu, we figured out who's going to grand finals next week, but now we got to figure out the order. Who gets which seed?
Yep. And I'm talking who gets which seed. You're speaking about order here, F-Dot. I'm wondering the order of the players on Stomach. Will we see Kiro sub in again? Or is he going to start for this team from the beginning this time? And will that make a difference? If you're not familiar with what's going on, we're about to watch the finals between Stomach and Norms, which is going to be Wavy's team in Norms and Andy's team on Stomach. Both of them play for the same RLCS team. They're actually teammates, but they're going to be playing here in the finals, which is going to be really interesting. And in the semifinals before, I'm feeling romantical and Norms. Norms took the win. Stomach and shocked the world. Stomach was losing 3-1 in the series, and then a guy named Kiro subs in, and they win 3 straight games to send them to the finals. It was an unbelievable moment, and now we're wondering, will Kiro actually start for this Stomach team going into the finals here? That's the question, F-Dot. What do you think?
There are two camps of coaches. There are the spreadsheet daddies who do everything by the stats, and then there are the superstitious folks. I like to believe I'm a numbers-based guy, but honestly, I'm feeling. And after what happened last time around, I go, listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's coming off the bench 2 games in. Imminent starting. We're seeing the same thing. Imminent on the field.
No.
Yep, they're leaving Kiro on the bench. They got him, bro. They got him.
Kiro's on the bench.
Dude,
on the bench.
He only evolves in game 3 when the Moonstone is used. He can't show up in game 1. That's not how it works.
There's genuinely no way, after the performance that Kiro dropped in the semifinals, that he's starting the series benched. That is ridiculous.
I'm doing the same thing if I'm coaching. I'm doing the same thing if I'm coaching, bro. Because you put the team did remember, the team did okay before Kiro stepped in, right? Andy scores us to start us off. Stomach without Kiro, by the way. So this team does well without him. And then you break in case of emergency. I am all the way here for this. This is the style of coaching. This is old school boomer basketball coaching. Just like, worked in the last series, so we're going to do the same thing. Like, I love it, man. I love it. All the way here for it.
This is ridiculous. I thought for sure we'd see Kiro playing. Having Imminent playing on this team has such a strong roster already, with Kiro waiting in the wings. You know this guy is just sitting in free play, getting his touches on the ball. He's ready to go. He's got a fire in his eyes, and this series is just getting started. That one's off the crossbar. What a save off the line, and it's 1-0 for Stomach. It could be 2-0, but Mystic with a great save.
Yep. That's also the other side. I didn't even think about the mental aspect of it. Like, if you're Wavy and the boys, you're like, all right, this is tough, and they can be better. Like, that's the scariest thing. It's like you win the first 2 games by 1 goal, and you're like, wait, they're gonna upgrade? Like, that's definitely something that's a little scary. So 1 above none. 3:18 on the clock.
See, as much as I like these early games here, F-Dot, I'm itching to see Kiro sub in again. Yep. I cannot wait.
Yep.
So here's the question. Kiro subs in when they're down 3-1 in game number 4, right? Or sorry, game number 5, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Does Kiro sub in every time at game 5 if they don't sweep? Or does Kiro only sub in when they're against match point?
Ooh. No, I don't think it's that specifically superstitious. I believe a little bit in the magic, but I don't think you need to, well, last time around at 3:17, they made the call, so I got to wear the same socks. No, I think the idea is just like, he doesn't start, and when things get really bonkers, you bring in the big boy. Like, just, you just keep him in the cage, you put a steak outside of it, keep him hungry, and then when it's really time to go, you just open the latch and run. and see what happens, right? Like,
Yeah, fair enough. F-Dot, do you know if it's against the rules to have him sub in mid-game, like between a goal when the goal replay's going on?
Per tournament, RLCS rules say no. We can ask our Quantum people. RLCS
I think that'd probably be
don't
against
allow.
the rules, right? I think that's against the rules. I think we have
remember
to
years
expect to sub
ago-
in between games.
I remember years ago yelling at, like, you know, Psyonix people, like, no, we should let him sub mid-game. That would be so sick. And, like, every Rocket League game would take 10 minutes then because everybody would be sub. You know what I mean? It'd be an issue.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're allowed to. That would be giga sick, though. Like, the second they lose a lead, just, like, you hear a whistle and just, like, oh, man. The Yankees used to play, you know, closer music for their closers coming out. That's what Kiro feels like. Just the bell starts ringing, dong, and you're like, oh no, he's coming. Omar's coming. Omar's coming. Like,
All right, well, we got 1-0 here for Stummy Aikman. I mean, if they take a Game 1 win here, that would be pretty big for them. I think they took a Game 1 win last series and then went down 3-1 to start. So doesn't necessarily mean that they'll run away with it here. And I think Andy's been cooking a little bit more than Wavy has. I'll say it. I think Andy's had more impact than Wavy's had in this 3v3 environment so far. And I think that Imminent has also been cooking, which I love to see because he's the one that's getting subbed out. Does that mean that Imminent has something to do? Or does that mean the team thinks Imminent's the weakest player on the roster? I don't know, but I think he's been playing better than Brian to start this series.
Likewise.
Which I really like to see. Imminent with the pre-jump. I like the confidence. It's
Okay.
it's in! And that's what I'm talking about. Imminent has been cooking this series. Will Kiro even see the field? Do they even need him?
well, that's the thing, man, is that, like, listen, Bryant's the captain. Can you bench your captain? That's an interpersonal question. I don't want to get involved there. But, like, I mean, Kiro can step in for any one of these players. Imminent was the guy last time around. Maybe it's a lazy Susan where they just,
Kiro
like...
for Andy? Kiro for Andy?
Oh.
Kiro for Andy. You said any.
Oh,
You said,
that's
you said any of the
spicy.
players. F-Dot, you said any of the players. Kiro
That's
for
spicy.
Andy.
You
Kiro
know
for
what?
Andy.
You know what? If in RLCS we see Kiro start instead of Andy, then I'm down. But I do think there's something to be said. I'm talking about Imminent and Bryant. You know, maybe it's one of those two. You know what? I would love it if they were up games. Andy subbed out for Kiro just to, like, see if they could do it.
I'd love that too. Well, it's going to be 3-0 for Stummy in game number 1. And it's not a performance that necessarily I would have expected from Norms, but at the same time, Stummy also played really well. It's not like Norms played bad, and this is one of the best teams in the entire tournament. Stummy just popped off. I think they're feeling hot-handed, and they're having fun with it. Because I think at the end of the day, when you have someone like Kiro subbing in, winning that series from almost a reverse sweep, you're having a great time. The environment in the comms, you're laughing, you're giggling while winning, and you're competing for all this money in the finals on broadcast. You got to be having a great time. And I think that might make the difference this series. Because Wavy has to go play the RLCS 1v1s after this, and maybe his head isn't in this series right now.
Big thought process there. Yeah, I mean, like, there's some real science behind the idea of being in good spirits making you better. At a professional level, a lot of your skill winds up being instinctual. You're not actively making the choice to move your fingers in the way, like your brain and your muscle memory, right? And so when you're having a good time and laughing with your boys, you're thinking less about it, which sounds scary, but it just means that your instinct, your lizard brain, is doing more of the heavy lifting. Kiro's in!
Kiro's in! Kiro, what? Kiro subbed in game 2. Nobody expected this. Flip reset double. Flip reset double.
And you're the guy I want to ping this. Like, overall, the competition has been strong, but you could watch this with names off and know you weren't watching RLCS. That was an RLCS level goal.
That was unbelievable. Kiro off angle, getting a flip reset double to put it in top left corner. 30 seconds in. I knew he was going to sub in, but game 2, F-Dot?
Game 2.
Game 2 after they won? Yeah, I don't know about that. Nobody was expecting that.
It's just this is kind of sticking to what I was saying, where it's just like somebody believes in the superstition. They just believe he shouldn't start. It doesn't have to be game 5. It doesn't have to be when they're losing. It's just like, don't let him start. Let him come off the bench.
Okay. But why isn't Imminent playing? He was playing unbelievable. Shouldn't you sub Bryant?
Because you're not subbing your captain and you're not subbing your Andy. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, that's really... Imminent just drew the short stick. He's like, well, I'm not the captain and I'm not Andy, so I guess I'll go get Waffle House. Like, it's really all it is.
Fair enough.
Maybe it's deeper than that. I don't know. I'm having fun. But, like, Imminent was not playing poorly at all. At all. At all. So...
He's just not Hero.
I mean, this is something that I bring up all the time with, like, the science of the set. Game 3 feels different than Game 1, feels different than Game 5, feels different than Game 7. Maybe Kiru just is bad at Game 1s. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That is
like,
a
jumping
thing.
out,
I completely agree.
Jumping out into a blank field and having all this pressure on you versus, all right, we're up a game, all I got to do is stunt, or, oh, we're on match point. If I lose, it's not my fault.
I've never been a Game 1 merchant. I've never been good at Game 1, but I start cooking from Game 2 onwards, so I actually relate to that. I do relate.
And you know, they've got, like, going to baseball, right? They have a guy that pitches for like 2 innings and then the other guy shows up. Like, that happens. Maybe that's what we're seeing here. Kiro's just like, I don't know what it is. I'm allergic to milk and I can't play Game 1s. Put me in later, coach. Like, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. I don't care what it is. Let me establish that. I just want to watch the guy ball.
Yeah, he's balling out. That's what's happening here. He is absolutely balling out, and I love to see that. Andy is again, in my opinion, getting outperformed. I mean, Andy's playing fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but Kiro's just different. Kiro's genuinely just different right now. It's unbelievable to watch, and at this rate, Norms could get swept. Norms need a Kiro to step up.
They're going to show up with a stub of their own and be like, well, check us out.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. They do have a sub. They have Chief Beef. If they want to, they could sub in Chief Beef. That's the thing.
That would be a big thing.
They have a sub.
And you got a chance to watch him this season. Yeah?
He's live right now. If somebody convinced Chief Beef to get in here, we could see a sub in for Norms. That's all I'm going to say.
Somebody's got to put the Chief Beef signal up in the air. Does it look like 300 surrounded by a burger? Like 2 above 1 with a $130 remaining. And he's going to miss his shot opportunity here, and it's Kiru dealing with it in the corner. And he gets another shot here. Passes it down to Kiru. No shot on goal. A little slow there. Not a lot of energy behind that touch.
Oh my gosh, that flick pass was unbelievable. It was a great try. Kiro, no. What a pass!
Bang.
Look at the double from Kiro here. The speed and velocity. Look at that. 0 boost double. Boom. Wow.
Dude, and like that's the impressive part, is that he's not even the guy. He's not the one scoring the goal. That's what I mean by the guy. Like, he's making this highlight reel pass so that his teammate can just touch it in. Like, that's a kindergarten goal for Andy, because his teammate did all the work to make that one happen. Very impressive from Kiro. Again, I'm surprised that you don't know this player. I'm surprised that chat doesn't know.
I'm in shock. I'm genuinely in shock.
Chat, press 1 if you've never seen this dude before. Like, the Rocket League community is so tapped in. We know these players. Who is this guy? I'm so surprised right now. Like, what? What the hell?
I have a bunch of bubble players in my chat watching this series, potential people who have lost. I know Bava's in here. Have any of my B+ to X players, do you know who Kiro is? Genuinely, because I have no idea. Have you ever heard of Kiro? Actually, genuinely. I need some help here because I've never heard of him, and he's absolutely popping off right now.
Yeah. I gotta shout out Norms are on the scoreboard. Okay, they got 1, but there's 30 seconds to go. They're down 2 goals. Kiru's on the field. Wavy's able to grab.
Comfy from the previous game says Bava's too low in MMR to play against that guy. Teammate diss, bro. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable from Comfy. By the way.
Man. I gotta put the shots
Bava,
in the
you
chat.
ever heard about Kiro before or nah? I'm wondering here because
Bro, look at this.
This is ridiculous.
He even gets
Look. He's pre-jumped it, bro. Like, this kid's ridiculous.
Insane. Like, insane.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna do some genuine reconnaissance here.
Yeah,
I'm pulling up the archive because I have access to some of this stuff. You know, let me see what I can do here, F Dot. I'll let you handle the cast. Let me cook here for about 30 seconds. I'll see if I can find something.
All right, I'm gonna ask my own squad as well, but we'll see how it all rattles on out. So far, we're a couple of games in here. Norms honestly looked like one of the better teams in the entire tournament. Wavy, RLCS player, very, very strong, fun. Andy on the other team is his teammate in the Pro League, so definitely something to think about. However, Norms came in, we watched them already, and they looked like the best team in the tournament. Maybe not full stop, but like half stop. Like very confidently, I think you could say that. Stummy8 came in with Andy, Imminent, and Bryant, and played pretty damn well. But then they subbed out Imminent halfway through semis on match point that they were losing, and Kiro showed up and just went nuts. He's continuing to do so, but Imminent's back on the court. Okay. Stummy8 are above two above none. It's going to be Andy, Bryant, and Imminent. Kiro's out again. Okay.
Yeah, I have some information here that I found. So when Kiro's subbing out for Imminent again?
Yes.
This is ridiculous.
And
Bryant's gonna pick up a
scores.
goal. I don't even have thought. I don't know what's going on here. This is crazy. So I have some information. Kiro is just Kiro. That's his name.
His name is Kiro.
His name is just Kiro. So he's been someone who's actually quite recently. He has 18 followers on Twitch. He's very new, and a lot of the people that he plays with are 2v2 players. So he's played a lot of 2v2 recently and a lot of private server matches against good players to get good quite quickly. But he's new around the block.
Cool.
He's new around the block. So he is actually a new player. Nobody knows him because he's a new player who's kind of kept to himself, but he's played the game a lot recently and gotten pretty good pretty fast, which is cool to see.
That's sick. Do we know if he's a young kid? Like, is he gonna be? Are we gonna see him in RLCS, or is he too young just yet? Do we know?
I don't think I can quite find information on his age because he's so new to the scene that he doesn't really have a Wikipedia page or anything like that.
Wow. I mean, that's the
He's
cool
cooking.
stuff, man.
He's cooking.
I was talking, you know, I always, every time I got to do, in the biz, we call it the sponsor hit. Every time I got to mention Quantum and everybody, like, I always bring up, and I'm not making this up, how cool it is to see money go to the tier 2 because of how important that is. This is why that's important. Kiro is coming out of here, has a whole bunch of experience behind the scenes. He gets a chance to play for money in a tournament like this. Shout out to our friends at Quantum and the Space Force. And this could be the origin story. Right? Like 5 years from now, we're watching him play at some major at the Copper Box Arena, and they're just like, "Do you remember when Mizu and F Dot did a stream where Kiro subbed in and they went nuts?" And everybody's like, "I can't imagine a world without Kiro." You know what I mean? Like, these are those moments, dude. Like, this is it, bro. Embrace the tier 2 scene and give people a reason to grind, because Kiro has a reason to grind. He's here for the thing, and now guess what? His starters are on the field. And that's another question. Where is he? Because Imminent's on, Bryant's on, Andy's obviously on. And that said, they're still up 2-0.
Yeah, and 2-0 in the series as well, F-Dot.
Yup.
I don't know, man. It's looking tough for Norms here. It really is. I mean, you have Kiro who's been playing out of his mind, and he's not even playing, and you're down 2-0 in the series and 2-0 in Game 3. Norms have got to step up or this is over.
This feels like a mental crush, because Norms played really well throughout the series. And I mean, you watched them in Swiss. How'd they do?
Norms was arguably the best team in the tournament, in my opinion. In Swiss, I thought they were gonna. I thought they were gonna win the entire thing, and that's the thing. I think as well, there's a bit of like momentum shifting away from Norms simply because if I'm playing a team that is rotating a player every game, I'm like, okay, these guys aren't even taking it serious, and they're absolutely destroying us right now.
It's also, I mean, it's also like Rocket League is very much a game of understanding each other's tendencies. And if you're just cycling out a player, well, the team changes every game. How are you getting used to how they're playing, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's part of it. It's wild. Would you say, and I mean, like, this is a controversial question, so, you know, whatever. Wavy, Andy, who's the better player?
That's a really messed up question to ask me, Anton. They play on the same RLCS team, and I guarantee you they're gonna hear my answer here. Okay, I'll give you my honest answer as if they're not listening.
Yeah.
Andy has more experience than Wavy, so in terms of knowing what to do and what's going on, and like just being that raw, like I have hours at the highest level, Andy's gonna be the better player. But I think that Wavy's stock about his potential, I think, is a bit higher because Wavy as an individual player is really high up in 1v1s. He won the RLCS 2v2 Cash Cup last week, and he just has crazy hours. He's always grinding. I think his potential is really high. So I think in terms of potential, Wavy's a bit higher, but in terms of experience, Andy's a bit better. So I think they go toe-to-toe.
I agree. I would, with all due respect to everybody involved, I love what you said there. I think Andy has an inch, or excuse me, I think Wavy has like an inch more raw, just raw talent, right? If I really needed to level him, like put him head to head, I think Wavy might be ever so slightly the better player over Andy. However, it's Andy's team that's running the board right now. They're up 5-0, dude! Like, and by the way, while we were having this conversation, Andy scored twice. Like, I'm sitting here saying, yeah, I think Wavy's a little better than Andy, as Andy scores 2 times in a row. So there's that, as Imminent puts up a number 6. But my point is...
It's 6-0, man. This is getting insane.
My point is that is if you're Wavy coming into this one, and you're getting beat up by your teammate that, you know, he's... Andy's what, like 21? He's an old head at this point, right? Like, he's an old head at this point. And Andy RL fan, I see you in chat. I do not forget my Rival Series days. I remember casting Andy 1,000,000%. But Wavy's doing it, man. My point is that, like, if you're Wavy, you're coming in here, your teammate's beating you up, Kiro is doing the thing. If I'm on Norms, I feel deflated, man. Like, I feel out of it. Like, this is a mental game, and Stummyaker coming through and bringing the pain.
We got someone in the chat named Andy RL fan. So
yeah, I called him out. I remember casting Andy in Rival Series. That's why I give this dude his flowers. But Wavy is you know, doing the thing. Andy's having a resurgence for what it's worth. It is cool to see back in here. But
yeah, man. I mean, 6-0 with 30 seconds left. I mean, it's looking tough. It's really tough, man. Yo, someone get Chief Beef in here, man. Chief Beef is on this Norms roster, and they're losing 6-0 in Game 3. That dude is live right now. Someone get Chief Beef in the game, because Chief Beef is allowed to join this Norms roster and play right now. So somebody go in Chief Beef stream and get this dude on the game. I'm serious.
Break him out. You need help.
Kiro's in the
my
chat.
Goodness.
Kiro's in the chat. Kiro said we're flipping a coin to see who plays. That's what he said.
Wait, no way. Where? I need
Kiro said we're flipping a coin.
That's good. Top 10, honestly.
Kiro, I'm so confident that the Quantum Esports Series is going to make the greatest ever edit of you ever seen before, just so you know.
Yeah.
Like, that sub in Game 5 was unbelievable, bro.
Like, what an insane moment. Yeah, for real. There he is, at RL Kiro. You said he had 8 followers when you mentioned him before. He has 19 already. People are just slamming that button, dude. Like, we are very impressed with your gameplay here. Low key.
Heroes, you're doing fantastic, man.
I hope the coin flip goes in your direction. I want to see more.
Me too, man. I want to see Kiro play some. Well, we got game number 4 about to get underway here soon. F dot and oh, we have word from Bryant that Andy might be disconnecting. Kiro, get in there for Andy! Kiro!
Andy's PC crashed. Hold on, I got another call. Yeah, you hacked that kid? You broke his computer? All right, good. Thank you. Sounds good, man. All right, I appreciate it. Peace.
I really want to see Bryant, Imminent, and Kiro grace the pitch without Andy and see if they can win. I want to see it. I want to see it. Come on. We might be getting it. Getting it. They're loading in. Is it going to happen?
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Kiro.
Wait, is this happening?
Brian.
It's a 2v3. Wait, no. Is it a 3v3?
No, Imminent's there. Brian's there, and Kiro's there.
No
Andy.
Yes. We got the roster. No Andy. Let's see if it happens.
Listen, I'm like Stax and Subi, where any mention of the rival series makes me go feral. So it's really hard for me to not want to see Andy here. But Kiro has given us such an incredible performance. Like, yeah, baby, let's go. Flip that coin, flip that reset, flip this. Well, don't flip the script. You want to keep winning, but still, you know what I'm saying.
We're going to see if Norms can bring it back. They're down 3-0 in the series. The strongest player on this Thummy roster, Andy, the RLCS Pro Rank S player, is not going to be playing in game number 4 here. Will that be all the momentum that Norms need? Can they get the win here? Time is ticking. We'll see if it can matter, though. Wavy picks up a big demo on Bryant, and this game's just getting underway, and we're already seeing Norms get a little bit more on offense. Was Andy playing that big of a role in the roster? Who knows? Who knows?
I mean, who knows? Wavy not going against his teammate now might be a big deal. Might be worth talking about. Listen, you know, I am whoa! The push, the shove, the goal. I am surprised, but not surprised that it's Wavy. What I was going to say is I'm going to be the annoying caster here, man. I'm rooting for Norms now. I want more Rocket League, dude. Like, okay, I just want more. Fair enough. And I think it would be really dope if Wavy just stepped up and was like, all right, Andy's off the field. My turn. Like, I like that. All right, Bryant.
That almost
went
too high. Unbelievable.
Have some coffee. Come on down.
A little too high. Have some coffee. Come on down. That's the line I like from you, F. Dot.
Wavy with a boinger of a shot. Look at that. Just a little, like, pop from the left-hand side over the defender.
This is a crazy series. I've never had a series with so many dramatic twists and turns. This is unbelievable. F. Dot. Imminent's in, Kiro's in, Imminent's in, Andy's out. All the subs are playing. What is going on right now?
It feels like a basketball game or a soccer game, right? Where you're like actively swapping in players to make differences. It feels cool. I would be down to like force teams to do this sort of thing. I'm here for it. Like,
yeah, it's sick.
Who did we have? We had Alpine Esports had a true 4-man roster years ago. I can't think of anybody. Yeah, with Magic Bear and them.
Yeah. I remember.
I can't remember anybody or think of anybody who like really rocks a 4-man roster, but like,
it's safe.
Nice save. This team kind of can. They literally flip a coin to see who gets to play. Like,
I mean, I don't know if they necessarily can. I mean, they're down
without
Andy, so he might be the crux of this team. I do have someone in my chat, though. Imminent is in my chat saying this sandwich is calling his name. So it might be Imminent to sub out next game if Andy comes back. So we'll see how that one plays out. The sandwich debuff is real. So we're going to see if Imminent subs out for Andy here next game.
Imminent's waiting for a sandwich. Meanwhile, his teammate used to be on a team called Stromboli. Like, These guys are just
You can't
hungry,
make
man.
this up. You can't make this up, man. You really can't.
Oh, no. Okay.
Someone in the chat said he's using a double-sided coin. So it's just always going to be Kiro. It's always going to be Kiro. Oh, what a free jump. Bryant. Oh, he gets barely a touch, though, yeah. Silent has the free double here. He's going to put it back towards the middle.
And he's got help.
Ooh, good
Bryant's
save.
there in time. Yeah, I didn't expect Bryant to be there. Instead, it's going to be Kiro pirouetting down the left side of the field into the teammate. Imminent can't bring it home. A nice attempt. A nice carry. Ooh, another good save. Normal gets in the way. Kiro will look for possession.
Oh, that could have been a good pinch, too.
Yeah.
Oh, pre-jump. I like it, Kiro. I see the vision, Kiro. Oh, he gets faked low. What a fake. Really well played there. It's a good play from Wavy as well. He goes to the bump, but Kiro's got to pass it back. What a pass. Bryant low shot. I like the vision there. Probably should have gone high, though, around him. Try to go for the solo, but the pass idea was good. Oh, Kiro to land. Kiro to land. Get a bump. Get a bump. Unlucky mystics there. 47 to go. I think this one goes in the favor of Norms. And I think we're seeing that without Andy, it's difficult to win.
It's a little tough. A lot of times, there's so much about Rocket League that doesn't get talked about. I don't mean like super secrets. I just mean like there's so much of the game that is the glue, and a really strong professional player brings that glue in ways that you don't necessarily see. Boost management's a big word, but making sure that people are getting what they need to, making sure to like rotate correctly fixes your teammates as well. So, I mean, might be one of those.
We will see. I mean, 7 seconds to go. It's going to look like Norms is going to pick up their first win in the series.
Nice
a
shot.
big save from Mystic and a good shot from Kiro, or sorry, from Bryant, but I believe, no way.
This was,
Oh my gosh, what is happening? I don't even know what's happening. We're going to see if Andy subs in here in game number 5. It's going to be a win. It's still up somehow. I don't know. Wavy's going to go for a double reset. It's going to hit the ground. Norms is going to pick up their first win in the series, down 3-1 in the series now. This is what happened last semifinals. Jimenez says sandwich time and leaves the game. Kiro said, my bad, I can't replace Andy. It looking like Andy's going to be back.
Yeah.
And we're going to play game number, 5 now. We're going to play game number 5 on Manfield, I believe.
Yeah.
Get this one underway here as soon as possible.
All right. Yeah. Again, there's so much, like, players bring so much to an RLCS, to a Rocket League field. I mean, that's really the big thing here, is that, like, passes and goals are what we wind up commentating on. Every once in a while, somebody points out, like, good boost management. But there's so much in between, so much connective tissue that having a strong player in the field makes a difference with. Your sphere of influence as a strong player is so much larger than as an up-and-comer, and just his ability to be around and make proper rotations, force his teammates into other rotations, might be the do. I sound like I'm out on a limb here, because I am. I'm seeing 4 talented players, but we took the RLCS guy off the field, and they couldn't really do anything. So that's where I'm kind of guessing at, but, I mean, it's a wild day.
Andy's back. Andy's back. He's back in action. And we'll see how that makes a difference. Kiro, Andy, and Brian, I believe their strongest roster on the field here. Can they close it out, or will Norms pick up a game number 5 win here and force it to Neo Tokyo game 6? Andy picks up the goal, and that's the Andy impact we're talking about. It looks like a good goal with a lot of speed. Kiro does well to hit this one middle, but it's the difference maker here that Andy stayed in the midfield, ready to shoot that ball like a crouching tiger, ready to pounce on its prey. And that predictability from Andy is really well played.
Yeah, no hidden dragon here. Just all out flames, out of his breath. Listen, I was benched. I'm back, baby. Everybody collapses because Andy's coming. That was a good one, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
I think that was all right. I think I'll give you like a 7 out of 10 on that one. 7 out of 10, 7 out of 10. It's not
I'll
bad.
take a 7 out of 10.
It was solid. It was solid. It didn't
Better
make
than
me
a
like,
3 out of 7.
It wasn't like a belly laugh, but it was like, okay, that was pretty good.
That's like most of my career, to be honest. Like everybody just like going, huh, I got that one. Nice.
See, the
like
self-deprecating humor gave me a belly laugh, bro. So I don't know, man.
That's like my niche. Just like, all right, I get it. I don't know if it was good, but I got it. Like, it's just what I do, man. Either way.
Oh, pass back to Wavy. Pass back to Wavy. Wavy, pop it. Silence there. Double commit. No, man. We can't double commit there. No. You know what? I'm going to make a shot call there. It looks like a double commit. That's the favor. That's the wrongdoing of Silent and his other teammate who also jumped in that position. But I'm actually going to call Wavy out on that one. I think that's Wavy's fault for not calming who should go for the ball. When you pass a ball, you need to calm who your pass intendant is. You know what I'm saying? If you're passing
100.
to a specific player and they're in the same spot, you need to calm who you're passing to, so it's not a double commit. And I'm actually going to call that one on Wavy.
That's fair. That's very fair. Of course, that's also like that's some of that cohesion, that chemistry that we were talking about earlier in the contest. Big picture, where we had teams that have been together for a long time.
Oh, no.
Where you don't even okay.
What a save from Wavy. That was a big save to keep them within one, though, F-Dot.
A giant save.
If they can see there, I think that's the series. I think it's over. Oh, another big save needed. Mystic's able to get one, but can he get two? That's the question. Big dust from Andy. Big dust from Andy again. Son's going to have to make a touch that he maybe wouldn't want to make here. Oh, what a touch from Kira. Keep control. Can he get the reset mid, though? What a pass over to Andy. Andy's got the double touch. It's back middle. Bryant's not there in time, though. Kira and Andy are linking up like Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant on the field right now.
Oh, man, it's been a long time, but we'll see if the Lakers? We'll see
the Lakers, yeah, the Lakers. The Lakers.
With the guy with the chain? Yeah, no. I was going to... Wavy here is having some trouble, and I feel the same.
Yeah, change the topic, F-Dot. Change the topic.
That's where I'm going. Wavy having some trouble. He and I relate right now. All jokes aside, there's just nothing happening for Norms. They haven't been able to really get possession. When they do get possession, they're not really putting anything together. I am seeing discombobulation, if I get to use like a $10 word.
Discombobulation, Jackie Robinson 42 reference right there.
Yes. Oh, wow. Yes. All right,
discombobulated the man.
Absolutely.
See if Wavy can shout here, man. I mean, they got 1 minute and 34 seconds to score one, or they're going to lose the series. Wavy has a great opportunity. This is going to be the best opportunity he'll get all game, but saved away immediately to Andy. And we talk about Andy's presence on that back wall. There's not too much Norms can do when Andy's just camping up there.
Yeah, just not really able to answer back. If Andy's just going to sit in net. This time around, Bryant's got a shot, but it's sent upwards by the defender. No blue to make a good chip shot of this one. The trailer's there, Kiro. What up, dude? That's the dagger. I think it's tough to win on a 1-0. But the 2-0, dog, I think that might be it.
Yeah,
and
they're going to have to get a good
this one brought to
here.
you by Kiro.
They're going to have to get a good kickoff here. There's 1 minute and 2 seconds left. If they don't win this kickoff, it's not going to look very good for them now. Silent has possession, though. He's got to score this. Oh, his first touch was too high. Andy really intelligently there, taking his space and closing that angle fast. 50 seconds to go. Wavy's got to cook something off the ceiling to Mystic. Oh, what a save. Silent keeps it in, though. Could be a fake here. Nice, keeps it in again. Mystic's going to be on 0. It is an empty net for a second, though, but 40 seconds now. Wavy's got to cook something. It's a bump. It's open. It's open. Shot. Oh, my God.
What?
How are you not scoring that?
Oh
no
my!
way!
It looked like LA at 4 o'clock. It was so filled with traffic, nowhere to go.
Free shot again! Free shot again! How is that a save? Andy pulls it out from the depths of the goal line, and with 20 seconds left, another save from Bryant. No, Wavy's got to hit this one middle. It's got to be an early shot, or that's it. Shot again. Has to be. Okay, 11 seconds left on. This one's possible. 11 seconds.
Very possible. Very, very, very possible. Something I want to point out, by the way, none of those saves were pretty. They were just exactly what needed to happen.
Scrappy.
Just.
But 11 seconds here. 11 seconds here. I thought they got to win this kickoff. Fake kickoff.
Fake kickoff.
Shot. Boom. Over.
Wavy.
No. No way. No way.
Oh.
It's in. Oh my God. Absolute cinema on the field. A double fake kickoff into a chased bump. Chip crossbar. No finish counter on 4 seconds left. Oh my God.
Insane. What was possible now becomes implausible.
No way, no way, no.
Okay. What was
No way,
possible
no way,
now
no way.
becomes plausible.
What is happening? What is happening? What is happening?
Dude,
Second.
dude.
Surely not. Surely not, right? Like, no way, right? Like,
One
no
second.
way. Okay,
1
let's
second
just
on the
watch.
clock.
Let's
Gotta
just watch.
pop it up. They
No
do
way, no,
so.
No.
Grounded.
Oh my god. Dude, that
Stomach
almost
ache.
bounced off. That's GG's. That's GG's.
GG's.
Stomach takes the win. Stomach wins the final in the most dramatic, unbelievable, what the heck was that fashion I've ever seen. They never for one single game had the same roster. There was PC crashing. There was drama. There were substitutes. But they managed to win anyway because they are that freaking good. And they'll be in the grand finals next week on my stream. So make sure you guys tune in for that.
Incredible performance. Honestly, we saw good stuff from both sides, but big picture, you know, like not to be mom, I'm just happy that we got good Rocket League, but real talk, seeing Wavy and Andy go head to head, having the unknown like hero show up. We got a 7-game set in the semis. Like, this was a good day.
Yeah, it really was, F-Dot. It really was. Stomach takes the win in the finals, and now we're going to see both Stomach and Norms will make the grand finals for the final 4 teams. We'll be watching the semifinals and finals next week on my channel, but with Stomach taking the win, they are now going to be in the first seed of the tournament in their split half, going against Flitz's team from last split, who are also the first seed. So I believe, if I'm not incorrect, the matchups next week are going to be Stomach versus Gentleman, which is G-Man and Creed and their team, versus Wavy's team in Norms, who are going to play Flitz's roster in the semifinals next week. And the winner of those 2 banger semifinal matchups are going to play in the grand finals for $10,000. F-Dot.
Big money.
And all
Big
that
money.
action is happening in the Quantum Esports Series, powered by the United States Space Force, on my stream next week, 7 days from now. You are not going to want to miss it. It's unbelievable.
Not at all. Not at all, man. This has been good stuff. And of course, like towards the end of the tournament, you just get more talent. And so we're seeing that here. We're in a moment where our players are playing here, and then tune in the RLCS now. We're going to turn this off and watch Wavy on a different stream, because that's just what he's out here doing, right? Like, really dope stuff. Shout out US Space Force for tossing the money out here, because that's why the players are showing up. That's why we're getting, you know, this caliber
this
of
drama,
gameplay.
this absolute cinema. Put my hands up. Unbelievable stuff that we get to watch for free. So
yo, facts.
Yeah.
Actual factual. I will say real quick before we go, if you're into Valorant, we do the same type of deal, same format, etc. Only a couple of pros per team. We're doing that tomorrow as well, so keep an eye on the Quantum Esports socials. You'll check that out. I'll be with the homie Keo for that one.
yeah,
but
we have it over on
next
Keo
week-
stream, right?
Yep, we're doing it on Keo stream. Next week, though, I'm right back here with Mizu. We're going to watch the finals to conclude. Dude, like, you've been doing this for like 2 months. We get to put an end cap on it finally.
Yeah, bro. I mean, as much as I'm excited to like watch the finals, I'm going to be a bit sad that it's over, because doing this every Saturday has been a blast. Thank you for joining me, F-Dot.
That's the like, welcome to Caster World, bro. Like, that's every single tournament series. You're like, oh, I'm happy that it was finals, but now I get to go home and never see Jorby again. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it works. But thank you so much for joining us, Mizu. I mean, hell, thank you for opening up your backyard to us and let us do it on your stream. So, like I said, we'll be here again next week to claim the winner of the Quantum Esports Series. Thank you guys so much for making it happen, because without you, we'd just be us. So shout out to the Space Force for hooking us up. Shout out to Quantum Esports for doing it. Shout out to the players. And, of course, shout out to all of y'all. We'll see you next week. Peace and much love to you.